the ends meet. See, I want to be blessed. I don't want to be blessed. I want to be blessed to be a blessing. You see, I want to live my life in the overflow. I want to have more than enough. Check this out. Well, it's time for me to start to elevate. Been down too long, time to graduate. Mount up my wings like an eagle, you see. Turn all my dreams to reality. Ain't nothing on this earth gonna hold me back from my heart desires. He promised that if I have faith, if I believe, faith is half of a mustard seed. I want to be blessed, to be a blessing. Prosperous life, no more stressing. That won't know me from the moon to the sun. He'll keep blessing me in every session. I got to do something with this life he give. His plan for me, that's what I wanna live. As long as I got God on my side, the hater just gonna have to let me fly. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. But you wanna live in the overflow. Living. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Oh, yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? See, we got to speak that thing into existence. Because it don't happen. You gotta believe it. In your heart. And in your mind. And in your soul. So you gotta repeat this after me. See what you say. So you can say what you heard. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on, you repeat after me. Come on, say. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. I wanna be living. I got to be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on.
Hey, 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 wanna be living in the overflow. I wanna be blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living, I want heaven right here on earth. Yes, I do. Yeah, 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 yeah. What's up? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo. What y'all think about that boy Jeffrey Osborne? Let me face that good. What y'all think about that Jeffrey Osborne note, but that woo, 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 woo. Y'all like that Jeffrey Osborne note, man. Well, anyway, welcome to Overflow Everyday Conversations with your boy R to the L. Yeah, yeah, R to the L. What's up? Yeah, what's up, y'all out there? Y'all can check me out on Facebook. Y'all can check me out on YouTube. Y'all can check me out on Twitch. And now, y'all can check me out on Twitter. So what's up, y'all? What's going on out there? Y'all holler at your boy. Check in one time. Holler at your boy. Let your boy know who checking in and who watching. You know what I'm saying? And please, ma'am, sir, share this live, y'all. Y'all can share. Please share this live to y'all favorite groups. to y'all favorite friend. Tell them check in with your boy, man. Get your boy's viewership up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all help get your boy viewership uppity up. So please, y'all share. Please. I beg of thee to share this live. Please, I beg you all to share this live. And we got a couple of things. I got a couple of things I want to chop up today. Y'all, I got a couple of stories lined up today. Of course, what's going on in the news today? Your boy Trump might get that jumpsuit once and for all. Yeah, your boy Trump finally get that jumpsuit. Do y'all agree that Trump should go to jail? Y'all agree that a sitting former president should have to go to jail? You know what I'm saying? Or do y'all think, you know what I'm saying, nobody's above the law? You know what I'm saying? Should Trump have to go to jail? Which I don't think he's going to do like no real time. It's just going to be one of them things where he go in and he get his fingerprints and get his mug shot. That's what everybody's waiting on, to get his mug shot. Yudi, what's up, cuz? What going on with you, man? You ought to come on and chop. If you ain't busy, man, come on here and chop it up with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on and chop it up with me if you ain't busy. I'm gonna see and I shoot you this. If you ain't busy, cuz, come on and chop it up with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shoot you this. I'm gonna shoot you the link so you can come on and chop it up with your cuzzo, man. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up with your cuzzo. I'm finna send it to your Facebook. I'm gonna send it to your Facebook, man. Just follow the link. They're gonna give you the instruction. You come on, chop it up, man. We're gonna talk about your boy Trump, man. Or should he go to jail? Should a former president be forced to be booked in? And someone got something on the screen or something? Should the former president should be booked and fingerprinted and just, you know, like a regular citizen? Or should they be above the law, man? I don't think they should be above the law. And also, the Douglasville Sweet 16 party killers have been brought to justice. Of course, they're young black men again, teenagers, and unfortunately, 2 of them are twins. So what y'all think about that, man? And the sheriff had some choice words to say to the parents of teens today, man. Sheriff said y'all need to get back to parenting, man. Y'all need to get back to parenting. What does that mean? Get back to parenting. What else we got? We got Black Chyna. Y'all know Black Chyna. She's an influencer out there. She has decided to remove all her implants and go back to her original state, to the original person that God made her to be. What do y'all think about Black Chyna, man? What y'all think about Black Chyna move? And we also could talk about Victor Hill, man. Clayton County Sheriff Victor Hill has been sentenced. I touched on it a little bit last week. He's been sentenced to 18 months in prison. He's been sentenced to 18 months in prison. Victor Hill been sentenced to 18 months in prison. What y'all think about Victor Hill, man? That's a little short. I think that's a little short of 2 years. Bring cuz over here. Let's bring you in. Cuz, what's up, man? You turn your camera. Oh, there you go. You got right, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? I said I'll tune in with you tonight.
Yeah, I finally got you up in the building, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. See what's going on. I seen you got a couple of good little hot topics.
Yeah, man. I'm finna hop right into it. What you think about this weather, man? It's something winter just don't want to let go, do it.
Man, you know this weather bipolar. I call it. It's unpredictable. We back in the wintertime. Dad says it's the deep south weather. I don't know, man. This some new age weather. This feel like the end. This feel like the end of time.
What's up, G?
He hear you.
What's going on with you?
I hear you, baby boy.
Laying low. He over there laying low in the cut over there.
Yeah. We down here ducking the general with my baby.
You see him?
Oh, okay, okay. You down at the hospital?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
How you been doing?
Yeah.
I'm good, man. Thoughts and prayers, bro.
All right, then.
All the time.
Yeah, man. Let's get into this first topic, man. Should Trump be arrested? And what you think his supporters gonna do once if they arrest Trump, man? They gonna go crazy, man.
Ask me how you arrest $3 billion.
I don't know, Robert. How did you arrest $3 billion?
I mean, you know,
let's be realistic. How do you arrest $3 billion? How do you arrest $3 billion?
I mean, like you arrest $3. You know what I'm saying?
No, it don't work that way.
But how did you know Bernie Madoff went to jail now? He was a multi-billionaire.
Who's that?
Bernie Madoff.
He had other folks' money. He didn't have Trump money.
Hey, he had other folks' money. He didn't have Trump money.
Let it be known that Trump done been bankrupt 1,000 times, so I don't think Trump really got the money.
That's that money he hid overseas. You know that man ain't bankrupt. That's just so the that's for the American eye. The money over there with the Russians. That's where the real money is.
Let me play this video. They getting ready though, man. I don't think they doing all this for nothing.
Police in several major cities are on alert.
I hope they do it.
In case former President Trump is indicted, which Trump has claimed will happen today.
It may not happen, but the probability.
We're gonna see no inside of the day.
In New York, police have set up barricades outside the courthouse where Trump could be fingerprinted and photographed if charges are filed. And
get out of here.
NYPD is reportedly being told to be in uniform today. After Trump called on his supporters to protest, the NYPD says it's seeing calls on social media for demonstrations, roadblocks, and even a trucker boycott.
We're here to claim our streets back. We need a DA who's going to focus on doing the job.
Yeah, Daddy, you'll be good on this.
Weaponizing his office.
Yeah, you should. Hey, Robert, you need to send Daddy a link.
With falsified documents.
He got a lot to say.
Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. Playing politics. Governor and likely presidential candidate Ron DeSantis took a shot at both Bragg and Trump yesterday.
I don't know what goes into.
You can take the link on your
to secure silence over some
alleged
affair.
We good.
The Manhattan District Attorney is a Soros-funded prosecutor, and so he, like other Soros-funded prosecutors, they weaponize their office to impose a political agenda on society.
Bragg responded to DeSantis, saying homicides and shootings are down in Manhattan. Meanwhile, attorney and Trump ally Robert Costello appeared before the grand jury yesterday at the request of Trump's lawyers, hoping to offer evidence that contradicts testimony from Michael Cohen. Cohen spent more than a year in prison after pleading guilty to campaign finance violations, admitting he helped arrange the payment to Stormy Daniels at Trump's direction.
If they want to go after Donald Trump and they have solid evidence, so be it. But Michael Cohen is far from solid evidence.
Okay, so that's what's going on right there, man. So you think Trump should be above the law?
No. Hey, what I say, he's not above the law, but he won't see the inside of a jail. No, sir.
I don't doubt that. I don't think he's gonna be in jail, behind bars. I'm thinking, but he's gonna get booked and processed like everybody else. Then he's gonna be out the next door. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it'll happen. I really don't think it'll happen. You see, the key word they used on that was potential indictment. They didn't say will be indicted. Potential indictment. Come on. If that was you or me, the jury be indicting. They would have chose a different choice of words. There wouldn't be no potential indictment. They choosing the words real carefully.
But what I think you got to pay attention to, they putting up barricades already. They putting up barricades already in anticipation of his fans. I don't call them supporters. I call them fans because you know what I'm saying. I don't call Trump supporter fan. I mean supporters. I call them fans. It's really a cult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I really think it's all for show, man. This is all for show. They will turn around and they will not arrest this man. This is all about the election. I can't see the end yet, but man, you have people in high places, man, that paint scenes. They've been doing this for years for presidents, and I really feel that this is for the election. They set him up to make him look like he was innocent. Like they bringing accusations against him, but he's gonna come out on top, and it's gonna help him in his runoff.
You think so?
I just think it's just staged for the election. I think this all is lined up for his election.
They want to see if his boys will come out and break him out.
You know, they know nobody is not dumb enough to go there trying to break him out. They know nobody ain't ready to sit there and die. I don't think nobody's sitting there ready to die for him. Well, I'll take that back because they went to that Capitol like that. But he's not the president now, though.
He wasn't president then.
And that's my point, though. So should he be allowed to do whatever he want to do?
No, he's definitely not above the law. But it's different for man.
What message that sent to people like us? Like, oh, he can do what he want to do, but we got to be, you know what I'm saying, we got to be upheld by the law. You know what I'm saying?
I believe like this, man. When you got a certain type of money, you know, money can buy your freedom. And it's like this. Let me give you the key word. You know, when it comes to the justice system, it's all about favors. The justice system is all about favors. Okay, so a lot of people owe him some favors. I guaranteed you that. This is an ex-president, so it ain't cause the lawyer is so good that he's like this excellent criminal defense attorney. It's because people owe him favors. I'm gonna do this for you, and you're gonna do this for me. I'm gonna do this for you right now, but you know you owe me. So it's all about that phone call. It's all about that conversation. This is what's coming your way. And guess what? You're gonna turn the head like you're supposed to, because it's gonna be something that I got that you're going to need in order to make you look good in your career. So no, Trump won't see no indictment. Trump won't see no jail, because it's all about favors when it comes to the judicial system.
So he won't see no indictment in either 3 district and either down here.
No, this is all just for media. This is a front.
I think he's gonna get indicted. He's gonna get indicted either in New York or down here in Fulton County.
I don't see it happening. It's too many people. He knows too many people in high places.
Yeah, but but the DA is not with him. The DA is the DA, right? You know what I'm saying?
Keyword favors. Keyword. This is all for show, man. The key word I'm using is favors. No, the DA is not for him, but that DA gonna receive a phone call from somebody that the DA owe a favor to, or the DA know that he will potentially need. You got to know how to play your cards with that judicial system. Like I said, yeah, you're innocent until proven guilty, you know, but things could be. The judicial system, man, the law is dirty, man. The law ain't made for innocent people, I don't believe. I mean, for guilty people.
Who's it made for?
And when I say the law, man, when I said that wrong, actually. The law is not, it's made for the guilty. It's made for the guilty, and it's also made for the innocent. But in this situation right here, no, the DA won't be with Trump. But he's going to receive that phone call from somebody, and the DA is going to turn his head. They're going to make this situation right. Something is going to disappear. You watch what I say, and we're going to have to come back on here and talk about it.
What's up, BT? What's going on?
What's good? What's good? How y'all feeling? What's up?
Yeah, but here's the thing about this. I think the DA is backed by Soros.
Man, money can buy anything, man. When you got people in high places, man, people know how to turn their head.
So you say Trump should be able to do what he want to do.
He got the money to do what he want to do.
He said he can kill somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it.
He got the money to do. That's reality. It's reality, bro. Money can buy you anything, man. Because when you got certain relationships with certain people, we ain't just talking about a billionaire, man. We're talking about the former president. The former president, a Republican at that. Now, it might have would have been different for Obama. Come on now. It might have been different for Obama. They would have made an example and say, I told you that he shouldn't have been in office in the first place.
So they would have made so Obama would have went to jail. They
would have made an example out of him. Yes, come on. You know, we're still there. We're still there.
So it ain't about money, it's about race.
It's about both. Yeah. It's about both. This is Trump. You see how crazy Trump supporters is. That's why I said, yeah, they will die for him. I believe that because you know he wasn't the president when they went into the Capitol, so that he actually got some people that will ride. But they know that when they see that everyone is already prepared, no, they wouldn't take that route. But it's not happening anyhow. But this is all for show because of what happened last time. But there would never be no indictment. Keyword potential. A potential indictment. So no.
So it won't be an indictment in New York nor in Georgia.
No, sir. It's not happening. It's not happening. I wish, man, yeah. Nah.
BT,
this is show.
About this, man.
Huh?
BT.
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
What do I think, man? I think at the end of the day, he might get indicted.
If you to tell Gene to cut his thing down a little bit, I'm kind of here's his feedback.
Hey, he said cut it down. Oh, you can hear my bad. He said, yeah, he can hear you because we can't. It's
What you saying, BT?
Man, I think he might get indicted, but I think the charges will ultimately end up being dry. But what I want to see is Donald Trump do the perp walk. I want to see him escorted out of a vehicle with handcuffs on and walked up the courthouses with flash bulbs flashing on cameras and all that. And I think that might happen.
No, absolutely not. You will not see Trump in handcuffs. Not for the public eye. Even if it happened, the public will not see him they will not belittle him like that. For us, it's the right thing. But you got to think in higher powers. People in high places. That will not happen. You will not see Donald Trump get out of a police car with handcuffs on him.
There have been plenty of billionaire dudes in high places to get taken down. I know none of them were
not former presidents.
I know that. I know they were, but dudes like Ken Lay, Bernie Madoff, dudes like Weinstein, those dudes were powerful. Money earning dudes.
So come on, you know the history about that. Those was con mans. Those weren't former presidents. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're gonna see come from them. But the United States of America getting out of a United States of American president, they won't out the backseat of a car with cuffs on them. They will not allow the world to see that. It ain't even about the United States, but the third world countries. It's about the United States, but even more, them third world countries will not see us look like fools like that.
Maybe not getting out of a police car. Maybe not getting out of a police cruiser or anything like that, but getting out of a sedan or doing that perp walk where they put the cuffs on them, like you see all the black athletes, like the Mike Tysons and the OJs and all of them.
That's not even, bro. In all due respect, that's not a comparison. We talking about the former United States president. He will not. You will not see him with cuffs on him.
I do agree with you on that. Now they're not gonna. We're not gonna see him in handcuffs. But what's gonna happen? You're gonna see
You won't even
his
see him
black,
in the courtroom on trial.
you're gonna see that black truck. You're gonna see that black truck drive up under the where the little tunnel. They're gonna sneak him in. They're gonna fingerprint him. They're gonna get his take a mug shot. You know.
You know they give civilians time to turn themselves in, a regular civilian. So they would not make a mockery out of the United States president.
Oh,
he
yeah,
will walk
he's gonna have to turn himself in. They're gonna fingerprint him and take his mug shot, and they're gonna release him. You know what I'm saying?
He's not going to Rikers.
No, he finna sit in nobody jail. Actually, he won't even be at the facility getting booked in. They would do that all over. They would do that all over the system. He won't walk in nobody's sheriff's department and get fingerprinted.
Oh, he gonna have to get if he get indicted, he gonna have to be fingerprinted and get his picture taken.
Hey, he's already been fingerprinted.
He knows
he's the president.
He knows that. He knows it. That's why he put it out there so his supporters can get out there and make a fuss about it. See, one thing about Trump, one thing I do know about Trump, he uses his supporters to his advantage. He know that they really do anything for him, and they'll go stump for him, and they really just dumb people. They really just dumb people who follow him to the edge of the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see Trump, man. He knows his supporters. Oh, let me bring somebody in. Stanford, what's up, my bro?
Hey, how you doing?
This is to get him elected again, man. This is to get him elected again.
You think this will help get him elected?
No, I do.
No
it's publicity. Bro, it's publicity. This is Donald Trump we're talking about. This publicity, they technically feel like they dropped the ball not letting him in. And I really feel that some Republicans feel that way. We want to talk about it.
All right. You had a lot of Republicans didn't vote for Donald Trump last time around,
and they regret it.
Those guys next time around, they're not going to vote for Trump. They're going to vote for DeSantis, and then I think DeSantis has a chance to win the nomination. Now, if he does win, Donald Trump will be silly, and then he'll run as a third party, and he'll end up splitting the vote, and then Biden going to crush him regardless.
I disagree. I disagree. There would not be another Republican. That's a done dollar. Not with
unless he unfolds some sort of dirt on DeSantis that he can't come back from. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, and the Republicans seem to think it's just help Trump.
We won't see a Democrat next term. No, not with the way that messes off the show tonight. I don't want to go too far off the topic, but we won't see a Democrat president. No, this is going to be a 1-year term because you got to look at the way that living is now. Everything has went up in the last 4 years, man, and people are not trying to see taxes continue to be increased. You notice when Republicans get in office, we don't see taxes increasing. They don't want taxes increasing. The cost of living has shot up. With Democrat being in office, they got to get these PPP loans back. They got to get so much money back.
That ain't got nothing to do with
the price of living has shot up.
That was gonna happen if Trump got reelected. If Trump got reelected, you think the price of living would have stayed low? It wouldn't have shot up. Like inflation wouldn't have happened.
We received more help when Trump was in office for the people of middle class. We received more help when Trump was in office than we're receiving now. What can you say we receive now?
No, I mean, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Real talk.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna talk about it. You got it.
Are you talking about stimulus? Because we was in a pandemic, we got stimulus checks, but we wasn't.
I'm talking about either. Even the way. I'm talking about assistance that people with like low poverty will receive. I can't say of anything that Biden has done, bro, and I go Democrat, but I can't say nothing that Biden has done.
Look at unemployment. Look at unemployment right now. Unemployment is, unemployment shot through the roof when Trump was in office. And Biden has it down lower than Trump ever had it. has unemployment down lower than they ever had it.
So for people that's losing their jobs, man, they have lost their jobs, and mind you, that's coming again because we're going into a recession. Okay, for people that's losing their job, they needed that unemployment, and they needed it. That's the highest I ever seen unemployment, where people was able to pay their bills and everything. You know, so for those that for those that's financially blessed, yeah, they're not gonna see the things that people that's not financially blessed. You know, but what I'm saying for when you look at the way that the housing market is, the cost of living is through the roof, and we ain't never seen it like this. Never seen it like this. It's unbelievable. You damn near, man, at this point right now, within the last couple of years, you damn near got to be making 80,000, 70,000 a year to be comfortable.
That's inflation. Inflation comes from corporate greed. It doesn't come from the president.
No, the president ain't gonna do it all by himself, but it's
you said that. That's 100% correct.
But it ain't the president, but it's on his watch. It's on his watch. It's on his watch.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick.
That ocean.
You know HBCUs, right? They got 500 million from president, right? President Trump, right? They got 500 million from. Remember that? Y'all remember that when he gave them 500 million? President Trump, right? HBCU. Y'all remember? They gave him 500. He gave him 500 million. It was on TV. He had a press conference about it. Well, 5 or 6 black presidents of certain HBCUs was there, and they took a photo op. Correct? But what people don't know is that Trump did a shell game. He gave him 500 million. Good on him. But he cut Pell Grants by 1.9 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And who uses those Pell Grants?
Black students that go to HBCUs.
Do you see what I'm saying? You see
I muted you for a
you
second.
talking about Trump. You talking about what Trump did. Trust me. He gonna get it back some kind of way. Trust me on that.
No doubt. They always get it back.
So I don't want to hear it. The difference between Republicans and Democrats. Democrats cash and carry. Republicans charge it. That's it.
I never heard that one,
brother. Simple as that. There's just 2 different ways to get to 1 point, man. They all crooked, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to be a devil's advocate. And make the lessons of 2 evils.
Let me play how the Republicans are viewing this Trump issue, man. This is a conservative talk show host, Mike Gallup.
Know when they're going to arrest him or arrest him. I don't have a clue. We're witnessing
Mute yourself on
an epic.
Are you ready to talk?
Act of corruption that proves that all of the narratives about interfering with an election means nothing to these people. They're trying to stop Trump from being the Republican nominee for president. It is the ultimate Trump derangement syndrome. It's now come full circle. They are now willing to try to charge a president, a former president, something that's never happened in the history of America, because they're so desperate to prevent Trump from returning to the White House. Janine Pirro put it best yesterday on Fox News when she pointed out how this is the ultimate act of people who suffer from Trump derangement syndrome.
Well, the grand jury today heard from a Manhattan attorney, Bob Costello. Apparently, Trump had requested, and when I ran grand juries, if the defense requested a jury, you give that courtesy to have that witness come in and testify. But what we have here is the ultimate Trump derangement syndrome by Trump haters. You've got Alvin Bragg, who makes a decision on a case to go forward with it that the FEC declined, the Southern District of New York declined, Cy Vance, the DA, declined, and he declined himself, Alvin Bragg, the DA of Manhattan, until Mark Pomerantz, who in Bragg's office for free, writes a book in violation of all kinds of ethics, saying that using evidence that he learned from the DA's office that Donald Trump deserves to be indicted. This is a highly unusual theory that can't pass judicial muster.
Now, there's the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees are going to investigate this, and they should, because this is a scandal if it happens. Let's face it. Let me just put it out there. We all want it to happen. Trump probably wants it to happen. I think Trump is already polishing up a pair of gold handcuffs. He's going to put the handcuffs on himself and show up and say, here, take me. This would be the biggest political win for Trump if it were to happen. I don't know that it's going to happen because I don't know that Alvin Bragg is going to be willing to stand up to everything that he's going to face, including an investigation by the House of Representatives. Here was Jim Jordan, Chairman Jordan last night, the congressman from Ohio, talking to CNN's Manu Raju yesterday.
And then what changed? President Trump announces he's running for president, and Shazam! We're gonna some bookkeeping error from 7 years ago is misdemeanor is now what they're going after. So it makes absolutely no sense.
But you don't know what the charges are against from the former.
No, we're going on what you guys have told us. Yeah. I mean, that's all been reported.
Aren't you jumping to conclusions? I mean, he may have broken the law. Does that concern you?
We don't think President Trump broke the law at all.
Can't use campaign funds to pay off a prostitute.
They go through it, they got to go all the way.
So now they go. Now they investigating the DA because a possible indictment.
Right.
It ain't even proven. They trying to head it off before he even get indicted. You know what I'm saying? So they want to investigate.
Because then I just say something about the phone call. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? See, you gotta understand that's Republican thinking. That's what the Republican thinking. They're thinking this gonna help Trump, and they can see. And like I said before, Trump came out and declared he was running for president early because he knew he was gonna get indicted. You know what I'm saying?
You might as well say.
So why you think DeSantis ain't declared he running yet?
They don't want Trump.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
You unmute yourself. When you want to talk, unmute yourself. Yeah.
No, I interrupted my man right there, Stanford. Go ahead.
Okay, what I was saying is, do you know what that guy just tried to do? He tried to send Trump into martyrdom with that. He's gonna show up with the cuffs, gold cuffs, That's bullshit, man. They playing the game. These are the facts. Did he pay the woman off? That's all I want to know.
Did he use campaign funds to do it?
That's it. If he didn't do that, then guess what? He's innocent.
Right.
We all know that he did.
His
So
own lawyer.
What are you talking about?
His own lawyer testified against him. See,
his own lawyer did.
What they scared about? They want to know the evidence they got against Trump. That's why they pushing all this. They don't know what evidence they got against Trump. I'm pretty sure Michael Cohen got Trump, recorded Trump saying that he's doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Michael Cohen is the smoking gun.
So I think he's gonna get indicted either in New York, definitely in Georgia.
In Georgia, he might be facing RICO charges in Georgia.
Man, Georgia is Republican strong. These good old boys is not finna indict him. Yeah, you come out better getting indicted in New York.
They're Republican strong, but the DA she's not a Republican.
I just told you, man. I understand it, but that DA playing on this.
They run everything outside of Fulton County.
Oh, I should cut the light off. Cut the light back on. You're doing too much. But so like I just said about the phone call, if that DA planning on getting back reelected, he better not indict him.
But see, he
don't he want to be reelected?
In his district, he
The
will
DA,
be
the DA.
But see, his district
If he
is a
indict
Democratic
Trump, yeah, but I understand that. I understand all of that. But if he indict him, he coming out of that office. That man got to feed his family. He gonna get that phone call. He already don't received it. This is why they tell they investigate. He already don't receive that phone call. Ain't no indictment happening, but they got to follow through with the publicity. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, folks think I'm crazy when I used to look at that show called Scandal. Man, that stuff is real. They make it like a fiction, but man, stuff ain't far off, man, when they be making these shows about certain things. That man already received that phone call, man. This already been fixed. This is fixed. This is fixed.
Well, we'll see in the coming days what happens.
It's fixed, cuz. We're gonna see. We're gonna have to come back on here and talk about it. I'm trying to tell you, because this is fixed. You got to follow through.
Oh,
you got to follow through. This is protocol.
He get indicted. You know you coming back on him now.
Oh, y'all gonna let me have it. Was they supposed to be locking him up today?
No, he said that. He said that. They didn't say that. They didn't say.
Yeah, nobody else said that but Trump.
Trump said that. But you think they're gonna indict him on the day that he said he gonna get indicted? They're gonna let it calm down, then they're gonna put that indictment on his ass.
Yeah.
See, they already got the barricades. They already got the barricades in place for a reason. They ain't putting barricades up to say he's not gonna be indicted.
If they indict him,
they put the barricades up because they know the white boys get food.
If they indict him, you might as well say he been reelected. To indict him and he get found not guilty, and he get cleared of all the charges. You might. That's what the man was just sitting here saying. You might have. If you indict him and don't go all the way, Trump gonna be your next president.
Man, Trump lost by 7 million votes. He ain't gonna make up 7 million votes.
Nah,
and I guarantee. So you don't think?
I don't think he gonna get the nomination to be Republican president. I think DeSantis will get it before him.
Trump lost,
and that's
Trump
why
lost because the Republicans end up voting Democratic.
No,
that's this past election. What the Republicans are doing, they're doing some, you've heard of it before, it's called damage control. They want to seem united. They know that Trump and DeSantis is going to be the two. And so now what they're trying to do is riding the coattails of this so-called arrest that he might be innocent in, I guess, in their mind, and trying to figure out who would they go with. They can't say they're going to go with DeSantis because then you have a lot of votes that's going to go ahead and leave with Trump. You can't go with Trump because of the fact that there's a lot of people that like DeSantis also, because they know Trump has done a lot of different things, in my opinion. So what they're doing is, if you look at what the media is doing, they're playing the middle road. You notice that they're not talking about hardly anyone. What they're doing is defending everyone. And then when it comes down to it, that's when they're going to go ahead and pick what side they're going to be on. So the media shouldn't even be, people shouldn't pay attention to what's be doing in the media right now. What they should do is go with what's in their own head and what's in their best interest. But they rather like, they want the drama and all this other stuff that's exciting to them. So that's what they're being the smoke and mirrors. And that's what's happening right now, in my opinion.
We gonna move on to, you got something else you want to say?
Yeah, I can agree. I agree with that. That's a good point, Stanford.
We gonna move on. We gonna move on to the next topic, man. They found some kids. The Sweet 16 party, man. That 2 kids got killed. They're charged. I think they charged 4 suspects in that. Let me pull up my 2 of them are twins, man. Twin boys. They crying like little babies already.
4 teenagers standing before a judge today charged with killing 2 innocent bystanders and injuring 7 others outside of a Sweet 16 party in Douglas County. Thanks for being with us. I'm Alan Deppel.
And I'm Savannah Louie. We want to get straight out to Atlanta News First reporter Megan Packer. Megan, you were in the courtroom, and this is very emotional for people on all sides of this case.
Savannah, it really was. I can tell you, family of the victims were sitting not far from family members of one of those accused shooters. Even one of the suspects himself appeared to be distraught as he went before that judge. And tonight, we're hearing from the mother of one of the suspects who's apologizing.
Are you Chance Terrell McDowell?
Yes, sir.
Mr. McDowell, I'm Judge McClain. I think we met yesterday. The reason that
A 17-year-old murder suspect appeared to get emotional as he went before a judge. At one point, Chance McDowell hung his head and appeared to cry.
the offense of murder is punishable by death, life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, or life imprisonment with the possibility.
McDowell, his twin brother Chase, along with 18-year-old Timothy Coleman and 17-year-old Kingston Cotman, were all led one by one into a Douglas County Superior Courtroom to hear the charges they're facing. They were in striped and shackled. All four are charged with crimes that upset a Douglas County community. A shooting outside a party earlier killed teenagers and injured 7 others. All innocent bystanders, according to investigators. The Douglas County Sheriff says the violence was gang-related.
I just wanted to tell the families I'm sending my deepest condolences for any of the accusations that were made against my son towards their families.
Elise Clark is the mother of Kingston Cotman, who investigators say shot 15-year-old Samuel Moon in the back and 14-year-old Anjanae Hill in the head with a 9mm handgun, killing them.
It's not about my family. It's about theirs. And again, I can't believe any of this has happened. These are kids, and I'm just truly sorry that all this has happened.
All of the suspects are charged with malice and other offenses, including aggravated assault and aggravated battery. They're being held with no.
Yeah, so
you want to be a gangster.
And 2 of them are twins, man. But I think the twins' mom, she's already doing life in prison. But here's the thing, though.
Fathers in their life.
I would think not. I guess you know what I'm saying. I would think not. But the sheriff said the problem is parenting, man. You know what I'm saying. Let me play his parenting advice.
I know, right?
He hit me.
I can agree to disagree.
Listen to what he had to say about today's modern parent.
You know, we kind of got away from parenting. Parenting want to be their friend instead of being parents. If you look in your kid's room, look in his book bag, check his phone, just do the thing that a parent done back when we was parents. They got away from the real raising of a child. We got to get back to that. It's very hard to be a good parent.
And man, I feel like you were probably sitting there like, yes, sir. Tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah, it is. It's hard to be a good parent. And he brings up a lot of questions about privacy, I think. Do you check your kid's phone? Do you check in their book bag? How much are you monitoring this? You're that mom? I am that mom.
Listen, my youngest is 3, my oldest is 11, and I will spy for their benefit, for their benefit, because they're not old enough to make great choices. I would like to help them do that. I need to know what's going on, especially as they get older. I'm going to spy. I know it's not popular, but I may or may not have already done it.
Well, this also makes me think of the old saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And that's what he's saying. Everyone was really involved in the child rearing growing up. And I appreciated that. Your teacher was going to call you cut up. She has a good relationship with your mom or the neighbor down the street. If you were cutting up at her house or she sees you, I remember the time I tried to wear that red lipstick to school and my mom found out my aunt was a lunch lady. So she was.
So have we dropped the ball as parents? Not y'all. Not you personally. So have we dropped the ball as parents? You know what I'm saying? That is allowing these kids to be like walking around with guns and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I would start off saying I think the government dropped the ball a long time ago when they took prayer out of school. They want to, you got some parents that's unfit and trying to be the kids' friend. But no, Sheriff, don't do that. Don't sit there and blame it on the parents just off the bat like that's the reason why all of this happening. That ain't the reason why all of this happening. You got some people that's working hard, man. They're working hard, earning good money. And at the end of the day, you got good decision, bad decision. Okay. You can't always control who your friends. You ain't at school with them children. You don't know who they don't befriend. You don't know how they're trying to be socially accepted. We don't know that. We can only do what we can do with what the human eye can see and what we have inside the home. And we can assume because this happened that they came from bad families. No, it could be a single mother, but she can be a tough single mother. She's working hard, but trying to give her son a sense of freedom. Okay. She living with regret. But the first time when this happened, they say the parent was the child's friend or the parent don't raise the child wrong. I totally disagree.
I think he was speaking like as a whole. I don't think he was talking about these parents in particular. I think like as a whole, parenting has kind of like loosened up too much.
I can still agree to disagree with that as a whole. You know, I can still agree to disagree with that as a whole. Because you have some parents that really goes to back. You can't control and watch your child for everything that they do because your child is not in jail. You know, anybody's child is subject to make these bad decisions, what I call a costly mistake, and has affected these families. You know, yes, we're not going to be oblivious and say that we do have parents trying to be children's friends. But when you see acts like this, that shouldn't be the first thing that's assumed that the parents have dropped the ball. The parents have dropped the ball. I don't agree with that.
Well, I think he said the parents. I think he said that because it starts with the parents. You know what I'm saying? It starts with the parents. It don't start with the government.
It starts with the parents.
I think it's the government, but from a different angle. I think that the cost of living is so high that it has to be two. Even if it's two parents in the home, they both are working, and they're working hours, and they're not able to parent like they're supposed to parent. You know, back in the 80s and stuff like that, if you had, or 70s, and you had two-parent home, the mother was usually at home, and the father was making the money, and then the mother was there to give guidance, and then if you was messing up, the most powerful words to a child back in the day was, "Wait till I tell your daddy." And then that held weight, and that gave you act right. It really did. But nowadays, it's not like that. The nuclear home isn't the same.
I agree with both of you. I do believe that the government, the government has contributed to the failure of parents because a lot of parents are scared to discipline their child the way they should be, because you have people like nosy neighbors who will sit there and say she's abusing or he's abusing the child when they're not. But that does not exclude, it does not eliminate any responsibility for the parent. You can't use the government as a crutch at all. Not in my opinion. You discipline them kids. That's it. You do what you have to do right. Now think about it. There's two things that I do live by when it comes down to children. And that is that, first of all, the children didn't ask to be here. We made them. So if you have a bunch of single mothers running around, that's the mother and the father who is causing that issue. The father that's not, well, it depends on the situation in most cases. But sometimes the father, the ones that's garbage, they just leave and they have a, but then you have mothers that are single mothers. She chose the man she decided to be with. What do you get? You get a child that's not going to raise, it's going to raise up kind of awkwardly and not follow the rules and learn certain things that they need to be learning from their father. So that child is learning what they can get from the parents or lack of parents that they have. So I'm not going to exclude the parents from that. I think the parents is 80% responsible. And I think the government, the way things are set up, like Thompson said, that because you need two incomes, both parents don't have enough time to raise their children properly or coach them at certain times in their lives. So I agree with both of you, but I do put more on the parents. And the reason why I put more on the parents is because we make the choices and we decide to have those kids. Simple as that. And when it comes to that, those are sacrifices that we have to make. So what? I can't get the new car that I want at this time, or I can't take this many trips anymore. I'm trying to live this certain type of lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? That's what people seem to put up more. They don't want to sacrifice anything. They don't want to sacrifice anything. Everybody wants to be happy. But these kids did not ask to be here. Simple as that. So that's your responsibility. It's not the government's. The government can put hurdles. It can happen. And, you know, and I believe that. But I'm not going to sit here and just say the government did this. No. That shit start at home. Simple as that.
So we was called to reproduce. Okay, if we don't reproduce, the world gonna end. So, like, Stephen, what you're saying, you making some great points out there, you know. But when the kids didn't ask to be there, I think that's a weak excuse. You know, we were put here to replenish. We was put here to pretty much to produce children. You know, and that just go back to the word. You know, however, bad choices are made. Okay, you have kids, you have a parent that can sit there and work day and night. They can coach their kids for success. But what we deal with now is our children want to be socially accepted, and that is not a parent's fault. They deal with a whole nother pressure when they go to school. Come from a good home.
Then we wanted to be socially accepted too, right?
But we in a different day and time.
Exactly. So I think parents need to be even more stricter now. And I think what it is, I think a lot of parents have lost the will to say no.
That's right.
They've lost the will to say no.
I think they get their power back. And I'm going to tell you like this too. You know what else is in the word? The word also says that you spare the rod, you spoil the child. The word says
but how you know? How you know they're not doing that?
Now,
how you know they're not doing that? We assume.
Go ahead.
You have to assume that they got the okay from their parents to be at that party.
Look, it's like,
let me ask you something. How many parties did you miss that you wanted to be at?
I don't think anything was wrong with that
when I was
party.
16, 17 years old, I was allowed to go to parties. I allowed both of my son and my daughter, which they've been very successful, you know. They had parties at 16 and 17 years old. Okay. Was we there? Yes. Did I know who was arriving at my house? Yes. These parents was at this party. In the news, the lady was there. She let the party out early because she seen the people had arrived there, you know, high. So she seen it get out of hand and she cut the party out and said, y'all have to leave. It took place up there at the stop sign above her house. Okay, so the party was aligned the correct way. The parent was there to chaperone. She seen him get a little rowdy and say, you know what, smell a little weed. Y'all got to get from here, from that. Party over with. They left that house and went up the street. It didn't happen at that house. They went up the street from her house because she was on the news. Right. And that's when the shots got fired when they left there. So she did what she's supposed to do as a parent. I'm blessed to just say that my kids just didn't like to go to a lot of parties. My daughter, they just didn't like to go to a lot of house parties. But they did go to a couple of them.
So what do you say about the parents of the kids who committed the murder? You don't think they should have an idea that their kids are in gangs or toting pistols and stuff like that?
Robert, you don't always know. Come on, man. You know parents can't watch a child's every move. Now we're paying attention. We're paying attention to things. But children now and everybody on this live should know that we did a lot as a child and got away with it, and our parents still don't know about some things we done to this day.
Robert,
we slick.
I don't think any of us had guns and intention to kill. That's where the whole difference come in. That's the difference in today. And we fought. We didn't know about killing people, man.
No, you're right.
We had no idea. When you think about it, the last thing on our mind is kill somebody.
It's a different time. And to the point now,
and that's why you got to be stricter with your kids. And that's why you got to know where your kids are at all times, because you are in a different time.
I want to drop the mic right here. This is biblical prophecy being played out, son. This goes in the Bible. He said the children's going to be against their fathers and mothers. You can't stop this. Can't stop it.
So their father shall raise war.
This is biblical. You can't stop it.
So why? So is there nothing we can do while we worry about it? If there's nothing we can do,
I'm just telling you.
The only thing we can do is
it is biblical.
It's something that we can
crazy.
Read the word. Read the word. You can't stop it, man.
It's something that we can do.
You might slow
So he said, what he talking about, hitting the land, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's something that we can do. But we're living in, man, we just point blank living in a wicked time. Now back to the parent side of it, we just can't, and I say it again, we just can't automatically assume that the parents went up on their stuff. When kids go to school, man, a lot of times you're dealing with 14, 15, 16, and 17-year-olds. Them kids to pack a whole nother bag, and you ain't nobody searching nobody's bag when they leaving for school. They'll pack a whole nother bag for a whole nother lifestyle when they hit them school walls. You went in high school? We did that when I was in school. I'm 42.
You ain't packed no pistol nowhere.
Not no pistols, but we talking about we ain't talking about the pistol, Robert, but we talking about living a whole nother lifestyle as a whole nother identity when I left home. Man, they were doing that when I was 16 and I'm 42. And the parents don't know, bro. They don't be knowing. You don't know your child was you don't know your daughter you don't know your daughter is a whole hoe. She in there screwing everybody in school. Only thing you know is baby girl go to church every Sunday and her daddy is the pastor and she there. And she attends Sunday school and her daddy is the deacon. But bro, my kid know your daughter is a hoe. And she's screwed.
I'm not down nothing you say, but where's this murder mentality coming from? This murder mentality of innocent people.
It comes from the culture that we promote. If you look at hip hop music, man. Listen to that.
I agree. Come on, it's promoted. It's popular. It's the right thing to do.
It does come,
man.
But to respond to what you just said, I'm gonna know if my daughter's a damn hoe. I don't know about you. I guarantee
you say what?
I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know.
How you gonna know? How you gonna know?
I'm gonna know. I have a tight ass network. Trust me. I promise you, I'm gonna know.
How you gonna know?
I don't know what you're gonna do, but I do know.
You can know. You can know. You can know, and it coming from a man that raised a successful daughter. I have a daughter.
I take my daughter to gynecologists, all kinds of shit, man.
Check this out. I can relate to that. I can relate to that. Now let me tell you with this. I raised a successful daughter. My daughter, 25 years old. Okay, she went to college, just got her degree. Okay, very good young lady. Very good young lady.
I'm talking about when I say my daughter, I'm not talking about when she's out of my house or when she's 18.
No, I'm talking about I raised mine in house with me.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna know though.
Okay, I knew because I had a good relationship with my daughter. She told me she was having sex before she told her mom.
Yeah,
because me and her had that father and daughter relationship. Yeah. And we didn't keep no secrets. We put it on the table, because I schooled her on a lot.
Yeah.
But there was no way she was going to sit there and tell me, Daddy, I fucked 4 dudes last month. Or, Dad, I've been with...
Well, because
or, Dad, I've been with...
Because you wasn't a good parent, right?
I know she having sex, and we did everything to keep her protected. Okay? We talked about a whole lot. But... she is finna spare her. If my daughter was sitting there and say right now, oh, Dad, I done been with 50 people. I done been with 50 men. They will not tell us that. They will not tell us how they truly get down behind them closed doors.
Now, when I say that, I'm not saying that I'm going to know every single thing that my daughter's going to do and every move she's going to make. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is,
that what it seems like. Yeah, but break it down to me though.
No. That's just how you took it.
Break it down to me. Break it down to me. Break it down to me.
For instance, when I say her gynecological gynecologist and stuff like that too, to make sure that she is still a virgin and all this other stuff and everything else like that. The gynecologist is going to tell me if she isn't or not. You understand what I'm saying? And if she isn't, 16.
16.
She don't got to let you know. Let me tell you something. Going to a gynecologist, because this is something I know through my granddaughter. She don't even have to have you involved when she going to a gynecologist.
She sure don't.
You mean at the age of 17? You think I don't know these questions?
At the age of 16.
Let me tell you,
not where I'm at. Not where I'm at. That's the
where you at?
You and I.
Where you at?
I'm in Florida.
Well, this is Georgia law. I say this is Georgia. Okay. This is Georgia. Okay. I agree with that.
Now,
but
what
I'm just saying
what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is that everything that she's going to do, she does probably do some things. And I have the relationship with my daughter also. My kids live with me. You understand what I'm saying? And the network that I have, he has plenty of family here. The people she hang around, everything is there. And I'm going to know everything. As far as, well, the majority of it. Of course, kids are going to do some things. Of course, kids are going to do some things.
Most fathers believe that. That's typical what you're saying.
Okay, I know. Of course, kids are going to do things that's going to be a little sneaky because we all have done it. But I'm going to know because of the circle that my daughter's in. If she's, I didn't say if she had sex like with one person and it happened once and it had, that's it. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about if she's going to be a hoe where she has multiple partners. I'm gonna know by the way her hygiene. I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know about different things. How she relate and how she talk to me, how she talk to different people, her lifestyle, how she changed with her attitude. I pay attention to all this stuff. These things are clues to let me know if she's running around here having sex with this person or if she's out there doing things that she shouldn't be doing. I'm not gonna just have a powwow one day and say, let's talk. We haven't talked in a while. No, I pay attention every fucking day and every hour of the minute whenever I'm around her. And I get feedback from aunts, cousins, her mother.
You're the dad, and I ain't saying it's wrong. But some men might find it weird, so you're the dad that actually go to the gynecologist and say, check and see if my baby's still a virgin.
No. Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I want to know
that's different.
That's his parenting style. And
that's different. I respect that.
But at the end of the day,
I'm not my daughter's friend. I'm her father.
That's different.
I do all that. You can call it different all you want. It's the truth. And guess what? It's working for me.
It's like Letitia Bennett said. A lot of people don't have a relationship with their kids. They have friendship with their kids. And
I would go.
And that's what a ball gets dropped at.
Well, Robert, for me and mine, everybody parent differently. Like for me, I have open conversations. I create an atmosphere, especially with my daughter, because I do believe sometimes you can't overstep some boundaries. Okay. I don't want her to I wouldn't want mine to feel like I don't trust her, not to tell me the truth. And I want to keep an open line of communication and let her and make her not afraid to come tell me when it is that time. So, and that's what I practiced from the time that she was like 12 and 13 years old. There was always an open line of communication. And she came and told me, the dude that she liked it, she was feeling a certain type of way. And before she had sex, I went and put her on birth control because some things you can't stop. It is what it is. Did nobody stop you from having sex?
My daughter knows my daughter knows it's what I do.
And,
So
I mean, we live in a society.
She's fine with it.
We live in a society today, like where we're giving children too many liberties. We're giving them too much freedom. We let them lock doors in the house and do stuff like that. Our parents didn't do that. I know
it definitely wasn't allowed in mine.
Yeah. I mean, we know what our kids are gonna be up to. Mom, can I go here? Who's gonna be there? All right, whose parents gonna be there? All right, who it is? Not just okay. Have a good time. Enjoy your you time. No, that's that new age parenting. That's lazy parenting. A lot of people want the internet and the TV to raise their kids while they're doing it, and a lot of it is stress because the parents are under a lot of stress. And the last thing they want to hear after they're overworked at the job and then they want to come home, and then the last thing they want to hear is a bunch of problems from their kids. But you got to do it. It's not an option. If you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have to step up and make arrangements to make it happen, and to be a parent 24/7.
This is important too. There is no manual. Ain't no manual on parenting. Ain't no manual on this.
If my kids like everything else as a parent, I'm not being that great of a parent. I'm gonna tell you that.
Ain't no manual. Ain't no manual on it. Ain't no manual on it. When it comes to parenting,
here's the thing,
I respect them for it.
You've been quoting the Bible, and now you're saying there's no manual on it, but there's a guide. There's a guide.
There is a guide, but that guide is not a manual.
Spare the rod, spoil the child. Train a child up in the way that you want them to go.
And they shut out the part. They shut out
the part. And so obviously, a lot of parents aren't training up their kids the way they want them to go.
But how can we assume that we're judging? We don't know what's going on behind them closed doors. We don't know the late night conversations. We don't know. We just go by what we're seeing now.
Like I just said, you just quoted the word.
Stick to the facts.
Don't say the word don't work now. Don't say the word don't work now.
No, I ain't saying that. Stick to the facts. Stick to the facts and not our feelings. There is, like I said, there is no manual. There is a word, okay, but everybody is not a believer in the word. Okay. Come on, we got.
But you quoting the Bible, then you should have been saying.
No, but I'm saying I'm talking to people that know what I'm talking about. Okay, but we have to be mindful that everybody don't believe that word. Okay, so that's for those households.
Do you believe in numbers? Do you believe in numbers?
You said what?
You believe in statistics?
Statistics?
Yeah, statistics.
I don't believe because
this is statistics.
So I don't believe in a statistic. I believe in divine destiny.
Okay. All right.
I think everybody has their own path. I don't believe in a statistic.
Real quick. Do you believe that a child has a better chance of growing up more successfully in a two-parent household or a one-parent household?
Statistically. I honestly believe that it can go in both ways. I honestly believe it can go in both ways. It's all into the parents.
All right.
That's what I believe. I don't believe it necessarily takes two because I've seen some successful women that raised a child, and I've seen some couples that did terrible. Okay, I've seen a pastor and a first. Because I ain't calling no name, but I've seen a pastor and a first lady. Children turn. Come on, everybody always know how the pastor kids turn out. So,
mine did too.
Come on, man. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better because it's a man and a woman in the home. It's all about that relationship that you build with that child because you got to find a balance, bro. You got to know a balance.
You're right. There's no guarantees.
You got to find a balance.
A seatbelt doesn't guarantee you to save your life in a car wreck, but it gives you a better chance of surviving.
All that trying to be strict and trying to run a correctional facility in the home. Oh no, they're gonna be the first one to round about that doing what they got to do. You got to build a relationship. That's how it is, even in the workplace.
Most of us,
your children
raised up in a strict home, and we did all right.
Your children of your children, but at the end of the day, people grow up, they go through puberty, they get their mindset, they develop a mind of their own. They are their own human. Okay, and as much as you want to control them, eventually you won't be able to.
Is that about control?
Eventually,
it's about parenting.
I ain't saying it's about you. I'm saying a balance. I'm saying a balance.
Yeah,
I use the word control, but you're gonna have to find a balance because if you go too
I'm telling you what the balance is. Parenting is first, and then you coach them when they get into like 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. Then they get 18,
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you're wrong, but if you go too strict, they will run up out of there. And they will look at you as the enemy. I don't
No,
raise
my
two
kids ain't
adult
doing that. I
children.
know that. My kids ain't
Well,
doing that.
It's going well. I've raised 2 adult children. 2 adult children.
Beauty.
Okay.
It's not about the children. It's about the parent. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
You can't go clubbing 4 days a week and leave your kids at home and think that's parenting.
And you're right. That's what I'm saying.
Some Jordans and you have your kids home with some skips.
I've been a successful parent. I'm going to talk about me. I got a son 21 and a daughter 25. Okay. Both successful. All right. So I can speak on it. I did mine. Okay. I know.
You did a good job.
Great job.
So I can give
everybody on here is a successful parent.
So when I say that, when I say that,
he's saying. I'm trying to
when
understand
it was no. So what I'm saying, I can speak on it. I can pretty much tell somebody how to get by that want to listen. I'm not trying to tell now one of y'all how to parent, but for the one that's struggling, I'm not trying to tell you how to parent. I don't even know you. Okay, but what I can do is tell someone that need that advice, that need that mentor. I could tell them how I built my relationships and how I went about it and how it worked for me in my household, and how we paid it over.
I can tell you, but listen.
And what all I had to go through and what I experienced.
Your style is different from mine, and I'm successful, so I can do the same thing.
Right.
But instead, you're saying that's control and all. You're downplaying.
No, you're taking it as if I'm talking to you.
Okay, well then I apologize.
But it can, yes, I'm not talking to you directly. This is an open dialogue.
Okay.
I'm talking about, but you do have those ones that try to control. And I've watched them run away. I watched my daughter friends leave from home. I've watched them want to come to my house. I've watched them listen to me before they listen to their own father, and he was in the home. They look at their father as
when they came and ran away and came to your house, did you let them come in there? Did you let them stay there?
No, they didn't run away to stay. They came for the advice.
Did you let them? Okay, why didn't you send them back home right away?
I did. I wasn't finna close my door to no child. No, you can come in because I need to be able to understand where you're coming from, because I won't want nobody closing the door on my child. Because I'm gonna tell you what children do. What our teenagers do, when they look at us, they will begin to look at us as the enemy. That's what happens. They will look at us as the enemy. I was so hard on my son. I was so hard on my son. He was at the point where he was taking another advice from someone else. Okay. Because he started looking at me like I was the enemy, because I was so hard and strict on him. Now he's good. And it paid off.
But children, when they're young, they look at their parents as the enemy anytime they tell them no. And that's not the case. You're not the enemy. They don't understand that you're making decisions for them to help mold them on the right path.
That's correct. They don't understand it, bro, at that time.
A lot of parents like to give kids what they instead of what they need. And that's what sound like you're saying. I'm not giving a child just what he wants. I'm going to give him what he needs. And that's that. They earn what they want. That's how I feel.
Man, I'm about to. Hey, fellas, man, my phone about to die. I'm at the hospital with my mother, man. And my phone, I got 1%. I'm about to go out. Yeah. But know that this was open dialogue, man. I don't know none of y'all. I actually enjoyed it. I like the politics. It's called politicking.
You don't know none of us?
Oh, big head. I know.
You don't just disown me live.
Yeah, you good.
Hey, I'm gonna tell my mama you ain't getting no more plates, dog.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. No, man, I actually enjoyed it, but my phone about to cut off any moment now, man. But open dialogue, and I learned something, and I value all opinions. I really do.
I learned something about Florida.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, man. Come back another day. Come back another next week, man.
I enjoyed it, man. I hope this ain't the last time. Yeah.
And prayers to y'all, man.
Yeah.
Give them a blessing.
Yeah. So that was.
Yeah, man. So I just think a lot of parents dropping the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so too.
Like the word no is just and like he said, they want parents don't want to be the enemy to their kids, so they give
Right.
a lot of leeway, and they're doing more damage than just telling them no, and
You're
just suffer the
antagonizing them, man.
yeah, and suffer the consequences of them thinking you're a bad parent for now. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I used to want to rebel from my mom, but now,
Right.
but I look back on it now, man. I'll be like, man, thank you.
My mom was right every time. My dad was
was
right
right,
every
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
My oldest child is 31 years old. 31. And she, I wanted her to come, when she was younger, come live with me at that time too. She didn't come. You know what she told me? She told me the reason why I didn't come to your house because mom was being my friend and I knew that you was going to be a parent.
All right.
She told me this out of her mouth. She said, but mom was being my friend. Now, my daughter's successful because I was there and I was able to do certain things and affected a whole lot more than I had to put some extra time in it. She's a charge nurse at Long Island Jewish and stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Up in New York. So she actually, she has a degree and everything. But it took a lot of work. You understand what I'm saying? The thing was, it could have been a whole lot easier. And then she told me, she said the reason why they come live with you is because I was having a lot of fun with my mom. She was being my friend and everything. And they clashed. You understand what I'm saying? How can you say this to me and you doing this with me? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's
and she knew that with me, she wouldn't get away with it.
And that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. A lot of parents are sacrificing. They're sacrificing tomorrow for today.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be the enemy today, but what they realize what they're doing, they're setting themselves up to be the enemy for tomorrow, and the public gonna be the enemy forever. You know what I'm saying? And the public pay everybody else pay the price because you want to be the friend today. Like a video I played. Was it last week? I played the video of the mother. She bought the daughter a car, but the daughter said,
that was cool.
"This not." She bought her a Tesla, but the girl wanted a Benz, a pink Benz,
pink BMW.
She was particular in what she wanted.
That was the I put that solely on the parents.
Yeah.
Solely on the parents.
That's what she learned it from.
So what that tell you? This girl been getting everything she want all her life. So now you can't even get her what you want to get her because she wants what she wants because she been getting what she want all the while. You started that. You planted that seed in your daughter. And for the rest of her life, she gonna think she's supposed to get what she want all the time. When I was 19, I got my mama 18. My mama bought me a 79 Brit Regal in 1989. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I was happy, man. I had a ride. I didn't care.
You were pimping that Regal, wasn't you?
I didn't care, man. All the boys love. Hey, we got a ride, man. We can go. We can ride to these parties now.
Yeah.
I just wanted a ride. It wouldn't even particular. She could have bought me anything. I just needed something to get around in. I didn't have to catch the bus no more. You know what I'm saying? And I was appreciative to it. And now as an adult, I am appreciative to the little things. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up not being appreciative to the little things and the blessing that comes to me. You know what I'm saying? But these kids today, they're getting the Jordans. They get the new Jordans every time they come up. Mama sacrificing the rent. The rent gonna be late. But to keep my kids satisfied, I'm gonna get my kid these Jordans. Ain't still failing in school. You know what I'm saying? The kids still failing in school.
Man, that girl that wanted the pink Benz or whatever. Let me tell you something. She better be on every honor society, honor roll. Got all type of scholarships coming in. Got a YouTube channel that's bringing in money for the family. She better have all that to have that type of attitude. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that attitude is acceptable.
The funny thing about it is that it wasn't like he got her a Honda. She got her a Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Damn Tesla.
Yeah, 89 Honda Civic and nothing like that. Come on, man.
It's a Tesla.
And she was upset with it. But like I said, because her mama been getting her everything she want exactly.
They
what
gave her
wanted.
$1,600. It was in the windshield. She didn't want this. She said, "What is this?"
So her mama done planted that seed that you can get anything you want. But that's not how life goes. And we are teaching our kids. We're not teaching our kids life stories. Like life lessons. We're not teaching our kids life lessons. We're giving them everything they want, and they think they're gonna grow up, get everything they want. I can go where I want. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can do what I want, I can go where I want. No, my mama turned me, you can't go there. You can't go to this party right here. Then I'm sitting in the house, I'm mad because I know everybody gonna be talking about the party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But come to find out, somebody done got shot at the party.
Got shot there,
You know what I'm
yep.
saying? It was a big fight at the party. But I went there, I was safe at home. You know what I'm saying? I was mad because at the time I didn't go to the party. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, you know.
But as an adult, you grow up to realize, wow, that was the best thing for me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, parents are just they're being the friend. The friend has taken over parenting because they don't want to disappoint.
There's a quote. I'm gonna read it. I actually seen it and I heard it on. You know who Joe Rogan is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said something, and it's I think it's true, and this is part of this. The way we parenting these kids is part of it. Like it says, and the way society is, it says, hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times
create weak men.
Weak men, and weak men create hard times. And that's where we at. Weak men creating hard times in all aspects. Look at this, man.
Yeah, I heard something else like that. It's like a cycle. He said,
it's crazy.
My granddaddy walked to work, and my daddy rode the bus. I drove the car. I drove to work, and then now my son is gonna. Now my son he gonna have to walk to work. You know, so it's the cycle. Once we get away from hard work, we get soft, and that's how life is.
Yeah,
it really is.
And we need to stop doing that. I do believe this too. If you spoil your kids, you will raise your grandchildren.
Real talk.
And if you raise your kids, you can spoil
your grandkids.
Yeah. We aren't doing that. I mean, not we as us, but I'm talking about
as a whole. As a whole, we're not doing it. Yeah, as a whole, we're not doing it.
Look at what's going on. Look at some of the I can't stand it when I hear like I took my cousin, a cousin of mine. She's sitting here posting and saying, "My king." I said, "Your son is not your king. He could be your prince. You can't be king, though."
Yeah, prince.
What are you talking about? That's what's wrong with y'all right now. Then you dress him up like one of them dudes you dating. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. What are you doing?
But see, it don't turn into a competition thing with the kids, man. Well, I'm gonna get my kids this first, and we came up. We had to earn stuff. We had to earn our way to get special things, special gifts. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting the PS5. What they own now? The 5?
Xbox 5.
Okay, PS5.
Yeah.
I got the PS5.
Yeah, we're raising our kids like you say. We're raising our kids in competition. You know what I'm saying? We're not giving them what they need. We're giving them what they want.
Yeah.
DVP, what's going on, man?
There he is.
My man. My man.
What's up, man?
Hey, man, DV, have you been listening, man? We've been talking about how it's a good thing to be friends with your kids, man, and be their buddy and their power, listen to their feelings, and that's how we should raise our kids. That's the topic of the day, man. What you think, man? I know you feel the same way.
Hey, man, my son was 30 before we became friends.
Yeah,
and he still won't curse in front of me.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's about a good age, 30, to be friends.
He has a wife and 2 kids. He's a grown man now with his own thing. But we went out the other day, and he's like, "Damn!" And he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, my bad." I'm like,
the thing about it, DVP, I bet he used those same principles you used on him because he know it worked.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, it's okay to be friendly with your kids, and depending in this day and age, you need to be friends enough that they can talk to you about anything, because you can't judge them as parents if you want them to tell the truth. That's the only difference. See, we didn't do a bunch of stupid stuff. We did crazy stuff, but it wasn't stupid. But we didn't let the outside influences do us like these kids. And when I told you one other show, when I was talking to this lady and she was 18 and she mad at her son is 18 and she mad at the school because her son can't read. But that's your fault as a parent. That ain't the school's fault. At some point, you should have been having conversations and doing stuff with your child. You should know that your child can't read before the 12th grade.
Right, absolutely.
Well, the school shouldn't have passed him. Well, you should have stood up as a parent. but you want to be his buddy so much, you overlooking his stammering and the fact that he can't read. Because you want to be, you know, like BT was saying, it's okay to want your kids to have more than what you had. But that's only okay if you came from the bottom of the barrel. Some of us were spoiled. Your kids don't need to get what you got if they ain't earned it. Like Shaq said, Shaq told his kids, I'm rich. Not y'all, I'm rich. But you know, we won't do that. That's the insane portion. That's the missing link, man. Whether it's these dads who going around dressing their kids with Gucci stuff and gold chains, or moms who doing that stuff. These parents, they wanted puppies, and when these puppies grew up to be dogs, they didn't know what to do no more. And that's the sad part.
Yeah, like I said, the biggest thing now, they parents are afraid to say no. No.
Are they afraid, or they just don't know how?
They're afraid because they. But I think what the guy who's on earlier say, parents don't want to be the enemy. They don't want to be their friend, their kid's enemy. So they give them what they want, and they're afraid to tell them no because they don't want to be the bad guy. They don't want to sacrifice today for their kids can be more prosperous tomorrow.
I think our children tomorrow. I think the generation is scorned because we had the hard mamas that said no and said no and they always grew up in vows like, I'm not like you, I'm not gonna parent like you. So they done went completely soft and they don't want to parent. They don't want to parent the kid. They don't want to say no, or we don't want. I mean, something as simple as we got McDonald's at home. They don't want to say that. They don't want to say that to the kids. I don't understand that.
But then they get mad. They get mad when they keep cops. They keep cops employed with that mentality. They keep them employed.
Then you see them on Facebook saying "Free Lil Roro."
Right.
Yeah. Wearing T-shirts and shit.
My son.
I'd rather discipline my kid. I'd rather discipline my children than the police.
My son ain't that bad. That ain't what the videotape say. The videotape say your son is hell. Remember? I don't know if y'all remember the boy that got shot trying to break into somebody's trailer, and they didn't have to shoot him. Well, he didn't have to break in them folk house. Right. He was a good kid. He had a scholarship. What was it? A scholarship for being stupid? So he went to these people's house, bust out their windows, and now the parents and the sister talking about all the things they could have done. Well, y'all should have did something. Y'all should have told him to stay his ass at home. But yeah, when somebody break in your house, you don't sit there and say, "Hey, do you have a scholarship, sir, before I shoot you? Sir, are you shootable? Are you like really bad, or you just kind of bad? Did you just come to steal my salt and pepper shaker? Or you mean, ain't nobody finna go through all that shit."
Letitia, if you're watching, I sent you the link. I want to get a woman on here, a woman perspective, because I think a lot of households are single mothers. I think a majority of the household out here today are single mother. Y'all might see it differently, you know what I'm saying? Than us men. Of course, we're gonna be more tougher. We're gonna talk a tougher game, you know what I'm saying?
I think single black mothers get a bad rap, man, because I think they plate too full. I think that when you see the children going all array on the single black mother, her plate is too full. You know, she's trying to do everything and fill both roles of the mother and the father, and then you only got, your bag is only so full. It can get so full, and then so parenting gets pushed to the side. It gets pushed in a back burner, and like basically, man, I mean, and a lot of black men don't look at that like that way. You know, I mean, we look at these black women that scorn and don't want no man and all that, blah blah blah. That's not necessarily the case. I would say. I would say it's 70% the father just didn't want to be in the lives, and then the other 30% are the women that's not the women that's being stubborn and trying to be the masculine part of the household. So
and BT,
that's my statistics.
Well, you missed the show when we talked about part of what you're talking about, and this is the thing where I have an issue with black men. If we truly believe that single black mothers are the problem, then why ain't we stepping up? We claim we kings, we want to be leaders, but we don't want to lead shit. We just want to keep blaming them. But they got too much on their plate. They don't have time to parent. They gotta earn enough money. Because whether we want to admit it or not, a lot of dudes ain't trying to pay child support, so they don't want their kid living in the hood, so they trying to get a nice place environment. They trying to do this. They ain't got time to. They don't have time to parent. They trying to run a 2-family household with 1 parent, and dudes out here dogging them, talking about they ain't this. Oh, you don't need help. Well, because all you want to do is dog them. Who want to be around somebody that's all you doing is anybody can tell me what's wrong. If you can help me fix it, STFU. And you know, but when are we stepping up? If we know that the single parent, the single mother is the issue, when are we volunteering our time to be mentors? When are we going out and helping bridge that gap if we're the responsible brothers in the neighborhood? We are dropping the ball collectively, because what do we say when dudes on here? You can't find male teachers. You can't find a lot of male mentorship thing. So if we know this is the problem, what are we gonna do about it other than keep blaming women and then get mad when they step up because we ain't doing nothing but blaming them? What's on us?
You know what I think why it comes out that way is because women have, I guess, quote unquote, especially with this feminist stuff going on, they saying that they didn't have the same rights as men. Now that they have the same rights as men, they want to, which they always had. I don't know a right that they never had that I didn't have. They said unless you're talking about in 1865 or something.
Player. Like I think a single woman couldn't open a bank account in 1970.
Listen, let me finish what I'm saying. My point is that now that they do have it, okay, right, and everything they fought to have these equal rights and all this other stuff, whatever, but they're not being held accountable at the same rate as we do. There's no help for us. If a man loses his job, the streets is waiting. If a woman loses her job, all kinds of things are coming up. You know, government assistance, all kinds of crazy, all this other stuff is coming up. Now, another thing is that these women a lot of times do choose the men that they whip. They choose a lot of the Pookies and the Ray Bays. They got to be held accountable too. We just can't exclude them from that. We can't. They have to also be held accountable. They got to be much more selective in what they give their body to, who they have children by. You hear a lot of women right now today who will say things like, I'll have a kid by him, but I'm not going to marry him.
And I'm like, I ain't checked.
I don't know. I never heard that one.
You never heard that before?
I never heard that one.
You never heard that before?
No, man. Let me tell you something, man.
I've heard that before. Not me personally. Like I've heard somebody say it to me. No. I have heard women say this. They've said they'll have a kid by a man, but they will not marry him.
No. Let me tell you what I have heard. I've definitely heard.
So it's both
us black men, we talk a good game. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of times, this is how the single man, the single motherhood happens. Like I would say, on more often than not, a dude and a woman, they hook up. The dude kind of likes her. You know, he likes her. She's fine or whatever. You know, she gets pregnant. He tries to do the right thing. You know, stick with her. She kind of she's not so fine anymore after postpartum. You know, she starts to gain weight. You know, things. Now arguments are going. Now I'm out. She's not even that fine no more. You know, I kind of liked her. Now I really don't even really want to deal with her. Now she on her own. Now let's see how she like that. You see what I'm saying? Instead of making the commitment, doing it the right way, getting married, you know, making a plan, then plan to have children. Once you make the difference between having a child and planning to have a child are monumentally different. So once you do that, the family stays a lot. The percentage of families staying together once you plan to have a family is a lot higher than when you don't.
I don't disagree with nothing you just said.
Tisha, what's going on?
I just think that men and women should be both held accountable for that. It ain't just men.
And we need to be more resourceful. Women are more resourceful than us. You know, that's the reason why when they lose a job, they have all types of assistance. They know how to get stuff. We don't. All we know how to do is work. All we know how to do is go get a check.
Tish, you want to chime in on this subject?
Yeah, where we at with it? I do the best.
I don't know about the resourceful stuff though. That what you just said. I don't know about that one.
That's why so many black women are in school and they find grants and scholarships for school.
You know,
I mean, black men don't do that.
Do you know how we know who's the most in debt from college?
Oh yeah, they're definitely the most in debt, but they found a way to get the degree. You know what I'm saying?
In what?
So what do you think parenting? Where you think parenting is right now, Tisha?
For the most part, man, like y'all was saying earlier, I really think it starts in the house. It starts at the home, period. Because once you put it in the kids in the home, a lot of times you ain't got to worry about what's going on in the street. You kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you teach them something, you have to trust that they go out there and do the right thing. And you have to have a relationship. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of times we don't have relationships. We have friendships. You don't get to know them. A lot of times they don't have a voice in the kids. And I mean, the kids don't have a voice. So a lot of times people don't, take the time to see how kids feel about that and what they think about that. We just so busy trying to provide that you forget about the kids.
So you think a 2-parent home would be better? It's better than
who the 2 parents is, because you can have a 2-parent home, but you can have a man in the house that's not a good man. You know that I mean, he can be in the house, he don't work, he not a provider, he can be beating the woman. So it just depends on who the 2 parents is.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, we're not talking about the exception. We're talking about the rule is. The rule is that most times when there's 2 parents in the household, just assuming that most parents are good, it's going to be better for a child instead of just having just one.
It give them balance though. It would balance it out, because mothers we're a little different. Mothers are to nurture, and we the softer one in the house. And when the daddy, he come with the discipline. So when the mother had to play both roles, it make it hard. And so a lot of times kids, when they get old, they don't know how to receive a man. So it bring balance with when you have 2 parents in the house. It will bring balance.
Where do we get this? What's normal? Who decides that? See, I think men like to overvalue that. We know normally most athletes come from single parent homes. This is a norm. So how do we keep saying that having 2 parents is going to automatically mean anything?
No. What we said is that your numbers of success increases dramatically over a single parent. That's what we're saying.
Where is this?
Okay, look it up online. I don't know. I can't give you the statistics off my top of my head and everything. Right. But you can find out. You can look. You're a cop, so you ex-cop, so you like statistics. So look at the numbers. The numbers do say.
What did your experience tell you?
Hear me out.
In 2-parent households.
We will repeat this, but we can't never show it. So, because I can't find it, so I can't make it make sense. But every time somebody
I'll find it for you right now. I'll look it up right now.
And I ask them for it, they go look for it. I can't look for what ain't there. So how do we make this the norm? If what I see, BT, or Robert, when y'all see athletes on TV, who they saying hey to? What's the norm? They say hey to mom. How many of them speak of their dad?
But that's the 0.00. The athletes are 0.0001% of us.
So let's take that. So now if we go to jails, what's the norm? See, people will tell us stuff, but what do we see?
Mother struggle so hard he just want to get it and make a lifestyle so he can come back and be able to help his mama. So that's when you got the singer, and they go out to be athletes, and he want to just be able to take care of his mother.
Yeah.
But why don't they speak to the father?
Now we got data on this now, DVP. I know this is a very small anecdotal, but like the quarterbacks. Remember when Deion was saying that he wants his quarterbacks to be from 2-parent home? Like in the NFL today, right now, and even ones that have been released lately, every black quarterback except for Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson come from a 2-parent home.
Okay, so now if the NFL is less than 1%, black quarterbacks are less than 0.1%.
That's why I said it's a small anecdote.
He said small thing. Yeah.
So I'm saying we keep running with numbers, but what are we seeing? Is what we seeing matching up what they saying? Because like Tisha said, it's important to come from a loving household. It don't matter how many people there. Whether it's one loving parent, whether it's one loving grandparent, it's more important to come from a place of love than numbers. And we keep saying this because every single girl who's molested, I'm sorry, the numbers say for girls who are molested in the home, it's a 2-parent home.
Yeah.
So what's the norm? What's the norm?
You tell me, man, how many house calls you did in your 20-some years of police? When you saw a bunch of serious problems at the house, was it a two-parent home? Or was it mostly a one-parent home?
I would say it's 50-50. Even when I'm doing mentorship, one of the kids I just picked up who was having a problem, just got caught smoking, and I asked him, I said, because I want to make this right. I said, well, who do you live with? He said, my mom and my dad. I said, like your dad or your stepdad? He said, no, it's my dad. The other kid who just got locked up from robbing because he let his friends talking to him. Who do you live with? Mom and dad. So I got 4 boys in my mentorship program, and there's 7, but 4 of them come from 2-parent households. They're their own parent, and they not doing good. So, like I said, we're saying this, but when we look for it, where do we verify this? Is it something that we can say we see on a regular basis, or is it just something that we keep hearing people regurgitate and we repeat it too? Because I'm looking for the data that proves this out.
I mean, DVP, I could drive a 18-wheeler with my pinky finger, but it's a lot, but I could be a lot more stable and safe if I had my hands on 10 and 2. Just because something can be done and as a single doesn't mean it should be done that way.
I got that, BT. I'm just saying, before we keep regurgitating that it's all on this, where are the facts that say this? We regurgitating information that we can't prove. That's all I'm saying. So we're dogging somebody, but we have no proof, because anybody who says it should have some data to back it up. Other than that, we're passing it on because we heard somebody say it. So does that make it true because somebody said it, but they can't point you to where they got it from? And that's all I'm saying. If we're going to say something and we're going to make it be factual, where is the data to make it factual? Where is the data? Because everybody will say, I saw this, I read this. Where's the link? It went like we talked to Robert, old friend, DJ, whatever his name is. He kept saying stuff, but everything he provided said something different. Remember that show, Robert?
Oh yeah, you talk about kid gravity.
Yeah, everything he provided didn't go with what he was trying to put out there. Once he got, I got it, but everything he showed, it wasn't there.
I guess people just assume that because they assume that a mother and a father will provide balance.
Is it
like Letitia said? The mama, women are generally nurturers, and more likely a woman probably won't tell her child no, because they want to please their kids. You know what I'm saying? So they're less likely to tell their kid no. But she can't say go ask your daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, me personally, like I said the last time I came on, like I have 8 kids. I have 5 sons and 3 daughters, and I raised them all. I did it all alone, and none of my kids are running the streets. None of them in jail. They not perfect kids and they do things, but for the most part, I went on my live the other day and gave myself flowers and pat myself on the back for doing an outstanding job for raising 8 beautiful kids on my own. And I had trials, and I had but I also had conversations with myself. I had men to come through there, and I had my last 2 kids' daddy to come. He was in and out, but he was just there. You know what I'm saying? He was just there, and I found myself like, because the rest of their dads was not there, I found myself giving them more than I was teaching them, because a lot of time when the absent parent not there and you're doing it on your own, you try to be more of a provider and give them everything they want to try to kind of like balance out the pain that you think your child is feeling.
So let me ask you something. With your experience, do you think that are you saying that you tried to mask your own pain by giving your kids things that they probably really didn't need right away to sort of like protect? You felt like it was a sort of a protection for them?
My pain and theirs too, because remember, dad wasn't there. So I felt like I should just, to ease some of the pain from the dad not being there, I would give them. I was more of a giver until I was like, what am I teaching them? What am I teaching them? And so I wanted to reverse everything that I had been through to to avoid them going through it, I decided, I started having conversations with myself and just changing and just moving different because of the lifestyle that I was living. I wanted to make sure that they did not, you know what I'm saying? So I raised my kids more on, because I couldn't give them a whole lot, but I raised them on love.
Okay.
I raised them on love, and so we have an understanding. We communicate. They talk to me about everything. So with them running the street, you kind of like, a lot of time when that guy was saying earlier, you really don't know. You kind of like know you know what's going on with them. You just don't want to know, or you just too busy trying to provide that you can't take the time to check in on your kid because you just too busy trying to give them a place to live and the basic needs till you forget about the kid. And a lot of these parents, I'm running on, but a lot of these parents, it's to how you talk to your kids, the way you discipline your kids. You got them talking to them at 4 and 5 years old like stupid bitch, you know what I'm saying? So, talking to them crazy, so you kill their self-esteem. By the time they get 12, they fear nothing, they don't care nothing about that, and they run, and you don't lost them at 12. A lot of times you give up on your kid, like, what you mean you can't, ain't nothing else I can do with my kid? He 11 years old, what you mean? He 12, he 13, 14. I'm 47 years old, and I don't even curse in front of my mama. So guess what? My children don't even curse in front of me.
You know what? One thing I did pick up on what you said, and I think this lacks with a lot of different parents, especially females, and it's not an attack on females, but what I did notice what you did say was this. You said you realized what was I teaching them, so you changed it. A lot of single parent households, especially when it comes down to the female part aspect, they don't realize and they don't change. They continue that same pattern and then realize and then say to themselves, oh, well, why did you turn out like this? I gave you everything that you wanted. And then you have a child that's running around here ungrateful, like the one inside that video with the I wanted the pink BMW Benz, whatever that was, and everything else like that. That's what happens. That's the results you get. You see, giving a child stuff is maintaining them. That's not raising them.
Yeah.
And I think you realize that. And a lot of women don't realize that quite yet. They rather maintain them and hope for the best.
Yeah. I feel like God,
but men shouldn't put them in certain positions either too. So it's a sort of a both our faults,
He gave them to me, so like like the Lord gave them to me, so I feel like I'm responsible for them. I'm responsible. So you can tell people stuff all day, but it's important. It was important for me to change the way I move, because you have to be I can tell them something all day, but if I tell them like running around doing drugs and drinking is not the thing, and I'm sitting here and I'm doing this all the time, I mean, like, why you gonna listen to me?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's what I was saying. You can't go out partying 4 or 5 times a week. Then and be a disciplinary at the same time. You have to set the tone in your own household. You know what I'm saying? You have to be the example. That's what you're trying to say. You have to be the example.
You have
you know what I'm saying? You can't smoke marijuana in the house and the kids see you and you say don't be smoking weed.
Because they don't.
But a lot of parents do that. But people think weed is second nature. People think weed is a part of life now.
People think because they
kids
that you shouldn't respect them. Oh, you're just a child. You shouldn't have respect for them. A lot of people don't respect kids because they kids.
Yeah, people. I've seen people say I'm gonna smoke with my kid because I don't want them smoking in the streets. Really?
Nah, that ain't no.
That's like saying I'm gonna drink with my kid. No, man.
Now,
that too. You know what I'm saying?
I have a son. He's 19, and I know he smoke. But he asked me, can he smoke in the house? I said, you can smoke when you get your own house. He said, it's cold outside. I said, well, you might want to stop smoking.
Hey, tell him to go out there and build a teepee.
Stop smoking, because you're not going to. I know you're doing I know you do it, but you're not going to do it in here. He said, well, I help out on the bills, but it's still not your house. You're not going to smoke in here. You do it outside. You're not coming in here to do that. You know, I know that's what you do, but you're going to respect me.
And that's what I'm saying. You weren't afraid to say no. No, not here.
Who?
You
Not here. My daughter.
Exactly. But it's a lot of parents are not doing that though.
Oh,
and
no.
that's where they're dropping the ball.
No, I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not gonna play with you.
I don't smoke weed anyway. But
If
I'm
I
not doing that
think
shit.
you think it's grave in here, these streets gonna treat you out there, and I'm not giving mine to the street like that. I'm not.
Can I ask Chuck a question right quick before we have to go?
What's going on, Chuck?
Oh, is it?
Hey,
What's going on, man? I just wanted to catch a little bit before y'all got out. What's up, man?
I know you're a teacher, right? So tell me, in your parent-teacher conference, how many times do you see a male figure come to your parent-teacher conferences?
A male teacher or like the dad?
Yeah, dad, uncle, granddad. How many times do you see a male come to these conferences?
It's more than you think. It's actually more than you think.
No, but that's what I want.
For the most part, yeah, it's more than you think. Yeah, it's more than you think.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking 30 to 40% of the time.
Like a percentage? Are you saying like a percent?
Roughly.
I was yeah, somewhere in there. It's not 50, but it's about 30 to 40. Yeah. But I actually thought it was lower than that before I started teaching though. I thought it was.
Well, I think there's some good dudes out there, and I think all of them ain't dads, but some of them want to be role models. It may be the uncle, it may not be the father, but that's one of them things when people say, "Oh, I can't see my kid." Oh, you can go to the school. They can't stop that. So if you want to know about your kid, step your game up. Show up to the school.
That's true. We had a father up there today. We had 2 police officers like up at the school. We didn't know why, but for whatever reason, I'm gonna get the full story tomorrow. But this one black father comes up there every day. For whatever reason, the police officers escort him around. So I don't know if he don't stay with his son or what. But the son got a behavior issue, a bad behavior issue. But yeah, the pops was up there today, and they was escorting. Like he couldn't go down the hall. I don't know if it's a problem with, but he couldn't go down the hallway by himself or what. But yeah, you want to see your kid, you can come to that school and see your kid.
Do you think that I have a question. Do you think that a child has a better chance of being successful in a 2 or 1 parent household?
Well, we already discussed this, my brother. I have no children. One of the main reasons I have no children is because I want to produce them in a 2-parent household. The numbers showed us that a 2-parent household raises a better human being, a better student, and just an overall better person. And that is a parenting. Hold on, parenting is definitely a 2-parent job.
There you go. Now, when we say that doesn't mean that. Now, when you say that, you're not saying that it's always it's going to automatically just happen. There's a guarantee, but the chances your chances of it happening, it's been escalated.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think that's what people are. I think that's what people are like saying. We're saying. I'm not saying that at all. It's not a guarantee, but it does raise the chances.
Yeah, that tends to happen when we have an argument. Like you could say that about Sierra and Rose. Like you can always go for the outlier and like, but when we're talking about like we're trying to have a reasonable conversation, of course, it's not the absolute, but yeah, the numbers show us. Like I mean, you know, and it's if you just think about it, like how you doing today, ma'am? Just the lady that was speaking about her son, right? Mm-hmm. If the father was whether he makes $25,000 a year or $125,000, a man is going to bring in some type of discipline and direction in that household, always. And he could be a sorry man, but he's going to provide some type of direction, some type of authority in the household, and that is what is lacking from these little black kids that I see, young black boys who I'm the only black male they see, or they just begin raised by their grandmamas or their mamas. It's like the men are not around. Now we can talk about why they not around, but the men are not around.
I agree with you on that.
Sorry, what I'm looking up to.
I agree with you on that.
Maybe you should get some younger men on here, some young ones, and see, just kind of like get just with men, with young men and women. How about that? The younger version, just see where they be at with it.
Now we got Chuck for Chuck is our young role model.
Ain't that goddamn young.
You're right. Look at it. I ain't. I just look at it. Hey.
Chuck's still showing IDs. He that young.
You know, I do get carded. I do still get carded around this thing. I do. Yeah.
See, when I get carded now, it's for my 10% discount. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Mr. AARP.
Cut my light on right quick.
Okay.
So it ended 8. I missed it, huh?
See, Chuck still got growing hair. You know what I'm saying? We don't play them guys.
I still got my hair.
He can still cut his, huh?
Yeah.
Boy, y'all boy. Boy,
Just got off regular milk. Just got on regular milk.
Way behind there,
See what you came to, Chuck. You volunteered for this. But see, and I'm gonna stick to what I said before. I think it's more important to come from a loving home than a numerical home. Love makes so. And see, one of the things.
Here
Chuck
you go.
said, the reason Chuck don't want to do it, even though he understands the 2-parent concept, he still want to do it with a woman he in love with, because he could have had a seed and tried to make something happen. When you're conscious about what you're doing and you choose wisely, and this comes from the male because we're the ones who always demanding to be kings. We have to make better decisions, and then we can keep this going. We can't keep wanting to call ourselves kings and rulers, but blaming women for everything. That ain't how the power structure works. If you want to
don't do that while we finna get out the line.
You got to take the blame, and you got to take the blame as well as the credit.
So you don't think that women have no accountability in this at all?
Absolutely. But women don't want to be called kings. If we're going to call ourselves kings and uplift each other, then we got to play.
Queens, though, right?
Then we have to play the role. See,
I don't want to be. I don't want to be called a king.
Where's the crime?
But see,
I don't. Well, for me, I don't want to be called a king. I want to be called a black man. Understand what I'm saying? So, and if I were the king, I would tell her to do something, and she would do it. She's the queen. Okay, so they ain't gonna do nothing when I tell them to do. And don't call her no queen. You see what I'm saying? But truth be told, like honestly, right? Like I understand totally the ultimate responsibility, but we gotta. It's too many layers, and it like we don't do that. It's too many layers to that.
We ain't got enough time for that.
Like, we don't because these women are picking these men. These women are picking these men off false pretenses. These women, a man cannot come. He cannot come see you. He cannot take you out. He can't have sex with you unless you allow it.
But a lot of men switch it up after they done got it.
So I will definitely agree with that, and I will definitely also agree that men do a lot of cheating. I'm not talking about the outliers when a man just totally flipped up the script on a woman and take off all she got. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when a woman. Hold on, I'm talking about when a woman, mainly a younger woman, right? What I see in the school, mainly a younger woman, she picks a man off false pretenses. She picks this man. She gets involved with this man. She ends up getting pregnant. Now
you trying to talk, Tisha, you muted.
So now you're pregnant, and you're pregnant by a man who didn't want you or the baby. Right now you young, you broke, you ain't got no credit, you got no money, you don't know yourself, and you fucking somebody just to have sex with somebody. You're not even in a relationship. And then you have a child, you bring that seed into this world, and I end up teaching this little black ass at my school. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening, brother.
All right, I'm gonna get a little personal.
He said, "Bring your little black ass." All
right, I'm gonna get a little personal, man. My daughter's 24 years old. Okay, master's degree from Syracuse. She has a good job. Works for the Oprah Winfrey Network. Okay, and she met a dude, 32 years old. He is an aspiring rapper. Okay, he has 3 children, 3 different baby mamas. Is not working. And he kind of lives where he can.
You muted,
but he talks a good game. He told her he doesn't want to necessarily be in a. He told her he doesn't want to be in a relationship, but he wants to kick it. Now, I told my daughter, I said, if you entertain this, you're going to be number 4. You're going to be number 4, plain and simple.
Right.
And I'm saying these are the things you gotta look for. You got to look for in dudes going forward to see if they have. Not, I mean, does he have potential? Could he be the next Jay-Z? Perhaps. The odds are completely against him. But what I'm saying is this: he's 32. He's not 22. You know, he's 32. Got children that he has to provide for, and he's barely doing it. Is that somebody you want to? Is that somebody you want to go forward with?
She should not give him the time of day. She should not give him the time of day.
You're right. You're right. And then my daughter, but then you know what my daughter says? Well, Dad, the pickings are slim out here. You know, my daughter's beautiful. You know, she's she's articulate, intelligent. I mean, talented.
Your
But
daughter might be looking for some unicorn nigga.
You see, you see my conversation with you, like when me and my pops were talking about that last, like, you know, like I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, you know, people would assume I'm whatever, and would assume I have a family and 2, 3. Like I understand the pickings is slim out here, man. I get it, but you can't like it. You can't like accept something you know is totally like you can't get weak almost and accept something totally against everything you go for.
Like that's
she can't.
extreme, my man. That's really.
The pickings are slim, but don't get the slim pickings. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't that bad. It can't be that bad.
Let me ask you a question.
I would say like some women.
She want this.
Some women actually do get involved. Yeah, some women actually do get involved with a man like that, and that would be the perfect example. I would say, hey, you knew you shouldn't have did that. You knew better, right? You shouldn't even get involved with him because you might catch feelings. You might, you know what I'm saying? And then for me, man, like I'm not finna tie my hip to none of these women. Like I'm gonna protect myself. So that's just another thing. If I was a girl, there's no way a man would be able to get me pregnant because I'm the one that's gonna be able to. Like I don't even understand that factor either. From a man perspective, I ain't getting nobody pregnant. I ain't got nobody pregnant. I had plenty old school girls for X amount of times. But as a woman, I don't understand how a woman actually lets these niggas impregnate, and then they get mad. They mad because old ladies they live the life of your homegirl, right? Doing this, doing that, and then she meet me at 40 and think I'm about to come be a Captain Kirk. Hell no. Hell, I ain't gonna be stepdad, no badass kids, and you broke at. No, I'm not. No generational curses. I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm gonna take my generational curses to the grave before I pass them down. You know what I'm saying?
I got one question. I got one question. This one ain't for you, Chuck. But as men, when do we start blaming that brother that BT talking about and stop blaming women for their choices? When do we start demanding these dudes step up and become real men, as opposed to keep blaming women for their choices? Why don't we call these dudes out like we call these women out? That's my issue. We quick to call the other sex out. Why don't we raise up our own kind first? Why don't we raise up our own kind? Why don't we eliminate them from the process and call them out? Because we quick to call out a single mother for her bad decisions, but this dude got 3 kids. Call his name out and call him out. Make him step his game up. Don't talk about BT's daughter. Talk about that dude. As men, that's what we got to start doing. We got to start making men be real men because we know that they're slim pickings. And you know why we know this without any stat? Because we hear it all the time. So if we know that they're slim pickings because these dudes ain't shit, let's knock these dudes off the market. Let's put these dudes in the gutter where they belong and quit blaming women.
And let's talk about why these women choose these guys. Okay, all right. Here's another situation with my daughter. This is like 6 months ago. She met a dude on Instagram. He's like 27 years old. He works in politics. He makes 6 figures. He has a couple other businesses. Does well. They went on a few dates. Everything was cool. Then my daughter gets a DM from another chick. I'm his woman. He was at my house last night. You wonder why you didn't talk to him last night? See, that's the type of stuff. See, the ones that look good with the candy coated shell, they end up being the ones that's out there playing and trying to live two, three different lives.
And you know why? And you know why? Because women allow them. Women love that toxic nigga. Women love that nigga in that BMW, that Kappa nigga that got the house. They love that shit, bro. They love it. Don't tell. Hold on.
Leave BMWs out of this. Leave BMWs out of this.
So they love that, bro. They love the dope dealer. And then let me finish this right quick. They love the dope dealer. They love. Say it again. Go ahead. I know you about to say.
Yeah, 20% of the men are having sex with 80% of the women.
Exactly.
And they all having sex with these children. Yeah,
multiple children by these women. Because
you know why? They don't want to deal with the guy because they think he's a square.
Exactly. So the nigga that go to work, right? The regular dude that they should
right
be
back
picking.
to what you're saying, DVP.
Right. So the guy that they should be picking, the regular guy, they're looking over that guy because he's not popular enough. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm DVP. I'm in a fraternity. I'm in some organizations. I'm in groups. Trust me on this, brother. I'm a whole lot closer to this topic and to these women, honestly speaking, than you are, my brother. right? I was just dating a woman that has a master's from Harvard. She's 30 years old. She's a single mother. I asked that woman, what does she want in a man? And that woman could not tell me.
Yep.
So back to my topic. So what I'm saying, so like these women pick the head, the dope boy, the Kappa nigga, the Q nigga, the VP nigga. They picking men off of money, status, and power, and they have got to stop that. And it's leading them down this road. And then you had that baby who didn't a man who didn't want you. Now you're a single mother, and you are repeating this process, and now you're inflicting these generational curses on this baby. You don't know how you affecting this baby by talking and being mad and being bitter at his daddy without him been there. Okay?
What's the common denominator?
A woman picking a nigga off false pretenses. A woman picking a man off false pretenses.
Or is the common denominator the man not taking care of his business?
No, a woman picking a man off false. Bro. Yeah, he already showed you he was sorry, so you have a baby by him. He gonna be sorry. Like, it's just simple.
They don't show you they sorry. They don't show you they sorry until after the baby comes.
I don't agree with that. I would say that some do.
Your daughter is dating a dude who has 3 kids from 3 different baby mothers, and you told her yourself that she's going to be number 4. He showed her he's sorry.
And I mean no disrespect, you know me, but she had to actually act like she shouldn't even have to ask you that, BT. Right?
Yeah.
Now maybe she just feels like it's so picking out here, so I get it. So bless her heart, she sounds like a great. So you know what I'm saying? Like she's not one I'm actually talking about, right? You know what I'm not talking about I'm talking about the ones in the community that's trying to actually do something, maybe get somewhere, but then they make these wrong decisions. Lady J, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about like women that's actually here, like just like this trying to do something, not like a video vixen or like a. You know, it's like a chick that's posting her ass every day. I'm talking about a regular woman trying to do something and try to meet a dude, and they end up picking. And the problem is that the regular woman interest kind of falls in line with the social media poster. The lady that's the siren woman, a woman's interest would be the same as a Brittany Renner's interest.
Yep.
They still are attracted to the same thing. But you ask me, what I would be attracted to as opposed to a nigga that's out on Facebook all the time. I would say spirit. Attitude. It wouldn't be ass. It wouldn't be you see them. It's different for a man. His list is totally different. The woman's interest is too close, or the grown woman's interest is too close to the sorry woman's interest, and we cannot tell the difference in them. A man is going to show you who he is. I know these dudes. They my frat bro. They my cousins. They wear it on their sleeve. They got the key. They show you who they are early. These women make these decisions and move forward, thinking they gonna say these dudes or I can do it better, and I'm just better than the next woman. I'm telling you, bro. I'm done.
Now there are some men like DVP said and stuff like y'all saying. There are some men out there who are just trash. 100% who are actually pretty good at hiding their true intentions.
This is true.
But they're not. They're not the norm though.
This is true.
They're not the majority. And if most men don't have as much sex as you think that they are having. I'm telling you, it's what it is that these women are having sex with the same men over and over again. I was one of them too. I know. I'm telling you.
If the pickings are slim for women, the pickings are plenty for men.
It is.
So I guess you know what I'm saying.
It is. It is, man.
But look, we had a great show, man. I appreciate all you guys, man. I really appreciate all y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. You know what I'm saying? This show wouldn't be nothing without y'all coming on here. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully one day I get to the point where I can pay y'all guys, man. Send y'all about $100 check, man. You know what I'm saying?
I enjoy talking to y'all.
Hey, do cash out. We ain't taking checks from you, Robert.
Oh no! I have to pay taxes on that. The government watching that now.
You can send us a $10.99, but don't send no check, bro. Don't send no check. I know you.
All right, man. Everybody, y'all give me a little. Y'all give a little parenting advice before y'all get out, man. Everybody give a little parenting advice one at a time. We're gonna get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go do some work, man. Well, where you work at? Where you work at anyway? You can do this.
Hey, we discussed that on my show. Hey, Chuck want a porn. I mean, I'm sorry, not Chuck. Stanford run a porn industry. He just don't want to tell us that.
Oh, no, what he doing?
Yeah, he run a porn industry.
Call girl. He's sending call girls to certain dudes.
He in the call center. We seen the dude come in when he was on my show. He had to cut everything off, and it was some stuff in the background. We seen some videos, some naked.
You gonna sit there and look at the TVs in the back. This dude's stupid.
Man, BT, I still hate that, BT. Man, bro, I still hate that for your daughter, man.
Parents.
She'll be all right.
Go ahead, Stanford.
Parents, get your power back. Don't be your kid's friend. Be their parent. I know there are different styles and different ways of doing things. I can only tell you what my experience is, and the way I do it, it does work for my children in my household. Get your power back. Do not sit there and allow social media, the neighbors, and all this other stuff to tell you how to raise your kids. That's not how it works. You know what needs to be done. Get off that high horse and stop being scared and do what you need to do. That's it.
All right, man. Go do some work, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate
you, man.
All right, let me say something. Okay, women, as great as they are, they cannot lead our society. Okay, women, as much as they are abused and taken advantage of and disrespected, they cannot tear down our society. Men can lead our society. They're the only ones that can. The men are the alphas. Even though I hate using that term. Okay, but men can also tear down this society too, as long as we're not taking care of our business. So men, we gotta step up, take control of our households, take control of our communities, and lead by example. Take care of our business. It's the time for excuses are over with. Okay, the white man this, the white man that's dead. That's dead. Now it's time for us to take over, take the reins, take our responsibilities, and take our rightful place in this community.
I agree. All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. B to the T. And the Houston boy getting knocked out too, man, in that round, man. I want to talk about the Final Four yesterday, but some came up, spurred the moment.
I'm a co-sign BT, and I'm a piggyback on something that me and my partner agreed on. It ain't much we agree on, but for us to excel, men have got to step up. We got to quit playing the blame game. We know what the women got to go through, so why don't we make life a little bit easier for them? We can quit blaming them, wanting to be kings. Chuck said he wanted to be a black man. I want to be a soldier. We love honesty. Step up. If you know what the problem is, if it's single mother, step up. Be a mentor, be a role model, be a coach, be a substitute teacher. Do something where you can start giving back to these boys so they got something positive to look up to as opposed to keep talking about what women won't do. If all we're going to do is come up with excuses, then we ain't no better than nobody else. We are the white man. We just giving excuses. Step up or shut up. Because what we say, either you're part of the problem or part of the solution. If you ain't going to do shit about it, get your frosted mug to shut the fuck up and go on. Get out the way. That's it. Oh,
what you talking about tomorrow, man?
I'm talking about being a bonus parent. I'm talking about men stepping up and quit blaming people. I mean, we got to quit fighting each other. We got to quit cutting each other. And then talking about we need to wage a war to get our power back. We ain't going to never get our power back if I'm spending all my time trying to kill Chuck or trying to kill BT. Because who going to fight with me in the war? If I kill them, if I keep trying to break them down. At some point, we got to realize we're stronger together than we are trying to be better than one another. So I got a couple soldiers with me tomorrow. And I'm still going to call Chuck. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Dallas to see Chuck at his school. We're going to have a ginger ale and have a conversation. That's what we're going to do.
Come on up there, brother.
I ain't paying for the ginger ale either. You got a BMW, you making all the money.
I used to.
All right, DVP, man. Good thing, man. I'm going to try to check in with you tomorrow, man.
Whatever.
I'm gonna check in with you.
Yeah, put that with them checks you sending, whatever.
All right, Chuck.
All right. I think I'm a little bit more pessimistic than my predecessors here. I truly think I think there's no hope for the Black community.
Damn.
The
like there's no groups of people or there's no man that challenges the black man more than the black woman. So y'all can say, well, it's all on the men and, we got to step up. I think it's plenty of men stepping up. I think that the black woman does not want to listen to men overall. And I've said this a few times on Facebook that if you peel back the layers of the black community or even black culture, when you peel back all those layers, at the center of our problems is a single black woman. And I truly believe that. And I just feel like she's unreachable. She's made herself unreachable. The white man has created a space for her to, go up the corporate ladder and gain more income, which makes the black man a little bit more obsolete. And I just truly think that if we do not go back to traditional ideas, traditional views, that we just gonna fall by the wayside. My pops posted this thing last week, and I just talked to my mom about it too, about how, you look in America, you see how evil the white people are getting. More evil since Trump, but right, like they're getting even more racist. They're going back. And then you got, like in Oak Cliff, where I'm from, right? You got in Oak Cliff, all the Latin community has completely taken over Oak Cliff, right? This community has been black since my daddy moved there when he was little. I'm 41 years old. And you have Latin Americans, Mexicans, Spanish people coming into this country, and they are making us a minority. We were the majority minority, and now we are no longer that anymore. So we have a collection of women who are leaving, like Tiara Mowry, whatever her name is. And I just saw something on Facebook. The girl, the Nicole Ari Parker, the wolf she's married to, is the whole thing about, she doesn't get enough attention. She wants a divorce. She's looking at divorce. These women, they need to go to white school, like Kevin Samuels said. The black women need to go to white school. And they are breaking up our families. The black woman is breaking up our families. So we will not be able to create a better human being, a better student, or a better person, because we're all going to be single mothers. So how are we ever going to get a better place in America if we won't even have no families? We can't come together, put no money together, get a bigger home, raise we were just going backwards. We just going backwards, and we losing our footing in America. And again, I'm gonna close it on the problem with the black culture is the single black woman, and I'm close on that.
All right, brother. I feel you, man. Appreciate you coming on again, my brother. DVP, what you doing, man?
Writing down everything I said. You can go come back and hit me with the footnotes. You on mute.
Let me unmute. There you go.
Hey, I'm looking at my partner in Dallas, so I can go to Dallas. I'm gonna have a sit down with. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna
do it.
We're gonna drink a little ginger ale. I'm gonna have to probably drink some tequila with him. But yeah, I'm gonna make this trip to Dallas because it's crazy, and I'm gonna say this, and I mean this with all love. Me and Chuck don't agree on a lot of shit, and that's good, because until we can empathize and understand another person's perspective, we ain't gonna never get nowhere. If we think our way is the only way, because we come from different eras, we hang around different people, and that's what we got to start mixing and matching ideas. Remember, I told you this. For us to excel, Robert, you got to take your group. I got to take my group. Chuck got to take his group. But we just got to have one common goal. As long as we aim to that one common goal and don't think it's going to be one way, we can get there. We just can't have a single point of failure. And we got to understand each other and accept each other's reality, because that's the only way we're going to survive. Every time somebody keeps saying, oh, this is the only way, I already know that's a failure. Because as soon as we hit a roadblock, what are we going to do if we just try to follow one path?
But the black community got so many issues, we fight amongst ourselves. If a black man step up, let's say I don't like Jay-Z. I can't stand Jay-Z, but Jay-Z has stepped up in a certain manner on certain things. And he's gotten criticized. Like anytime a black man steps up, he's criticized for stepping up. We hate Obama. Black folks hate Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we can't even get ourselves. That's why I'm telling you, I think that we are doomed. I'm serious, because we can't get ourselves in order to even take this stuff out to America.
But you missed the show when I talked about it's like a hospital. Once we know who want to go, so we got to leave the niggas behind. We can't keep trying to bring everybody. Anybody that don't want to come or who means us harm, leave them. And that's the hard decision we got to make, because we know we're gonna lose some friends in the process. But everybody don't want to excel. Some people want to be at the bottom because they're scared of falling. So we got to just leave them behind and keep moving. I had to cut off some friends. They don't want to do better. I do, and we gotta accept that, because even with me and you disagreeing on shit,
we agree on stuff too.
Exactly, and there's a level of respect. But just because you don't agree don't mean you crazy. It just means you see a different something that I don't see, because we don't have the same address. And that's what we got to start understanding as Black people, that it's okay to be different, because there is nothing that fits everybody all the time. And once we get that, and let the niggas stay where the niggas want to stay, we can do big shit. We just can't take everybody with us. And what? That's it. Like I said, I would have never thought me and you would be at this place where I would actually want to have a drink with you. You know, I was gonna bring my taser for you, because you know, but I had to realize you like a young me. You a lot outspoken and you believe what you're saying. So you say it with passion, and I start looking at you different. You ain't saying it to be disrespectful. This is your passion.
Right.
And when you start talking about how you want to have kids, but you only want to do it a certain way, see, I wish I would have had that when I was younger, somebody to tell me how the right way was. But there were no men who told me this. All the dudes I know were having babies and leaving behind. So I thought that was the norm. So I didn't get that from a woman. I got that from the males in my life. That's what they were all doing, having kids young, going on with their life. And so now that's why I said we got to start checking men. Don't do that. Don't be them. We can do better. But you need to be like my friend Chuck. Be wise with who you're going to have a child with. But stay there. If you ain't going to stay there, legitimate your child.
Your friend
Still go to the but legitimate your child. Go to these PTA meetings. You don't have to be with the mama to still be a good father or a good role model.
Yeah, that's right.
And we got to understand that concept. That's why I always pick at you now, because I actually like you. And you show me some things that when I go to the school,
what's the kind of this is a bro?
I thought you had my guns around this thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what the hell? Y'all got a bromance going on? But look, check this out. Tomorrow, Wednesday, at 6 o'clock, Random Thought with DVP. We gonna finish the conversation up.
You ain't gonna be there.
I got some stuff I gotta do for after school. I'm gonna try to come on. Send me the link. Put the link in the group. I'm gonna try to come to it. I don't know if I can though.
Yeah, put the link in the group.
Look how he looking.
He had
Chuck,
you don't want me?
Chuck, I'm gonna send you a friend request, and then I'm gonna send you a Robert ain't coming. Robert been invited. Sanford done been on the show 2-3 times. So I ain't messing with Robert. Robert got bad credit.
Look.
Anyway, I'm talking.
I gotta fry some chicken before I go to bed.
All right, man. I'm feeling it.
We got to start learning. We got to start learning to respect each other, man. As soon as brothers would learn to respect each other, we can move mountains. We can move mountains. That's it.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
But Chuck, you got like 12 pages. I don't know which one I'm supposed to send a friend request to.
No, it's just me and my pops. The only Charles River, black Charles River you're gonna see is my pops, bro.
Aren't you in the sports group, DVP?
Yeah.
Well, he in the sports group too.
Yeah.
Go to see who all in the group and send him a request.
Yeah, my name. Yeah, just do like @ and then you'll see my name. It'll pop up. It's the third. I'm Charles River the third, man.
I got something to send you a friend request now, so you can be on the show.
All right, man. I gotta get my other.
Not Robert.
Y'all get up out of here, man. I gotta.
Yeah, I gotta cook me something too. Y'all take care, man. All right.
I get my final thoughts, man. All right, y'all. Final thoughts, y'all. Listen. Don't sacrifice your child's future trying to please them today. And that's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying? If you fear God, if we fear God, if the Bible say we fear God, your kids should fear you. Don't try to make them love you, but make them love you. Don't try to be their friend. That's what I meant to say. You don't have to be your kid's friend. Make them fear you like you fear God, and they'll have a better future. Peace out, y'all. Holler at y'all next week. Same time,